I finally opened up my eyes, and I saw me coming back to life. That I'd be better without you inside. It's time to be someone I wanna recognize. The future starts right now. I made a reservation, but you never came, so I'm checking out. The fire you stole away, I know one day we'll come back around. The future is now. The future is now. The future is now. I waited for you in the passenger seat. There's only so far I can ride in your dreams. While you were chasing everything else but me, I'm starting to break out from your grave. See, I finally opened up my eyes, and I saw me coming back to life. That I'd be better without you inside. It's time to be someone I wanna recognize. The future starts right now. I made a reservation, but you never came, so I'm checking out. The fire you stole away, I know one day we'll come back around. The future is now. The future is now. I'm not backing down, 'cause the future is now. Not backing down, 'cause the future is now. The future starts right now. I made a reservation, but you never came, so I'm checking out. The fire you stole away, I know one day we'll come back around. The future is now. The future is now. The future is now.
Baby, don't you throw me wrong this time, wrong this time, because
so sorry, say it one more time. Do you feel my love? I know you're mine. I'm so sorry, say it one more time. Do you feel my love? Can you ever get enough? I'm so sorry, say it one more time. Do you feel my love? Yeah, I know you're mine. Yeah. I'm so sorry, say it one more time. Do you feel my love? Can you ever get enough? Hey you, now I see true, 'cause I know what I found in you. And you can be sure that I will make you happy too. Hey you, now I see true. 'Cause I know what I found in you. And you can be sure that I
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another match of EOL. Today, we're going to be casting the losers bracket, and it's going to be the final bracket of the losers side, I guess you could say. And the winner of today's losers bracket, which is going to be between Team Nomad and Emrys Esports, is going to be facing off against Titanium, which we did see yesterday going up against Nomad, and it didn't end up as good as Nomad expected it. Even actually Titanium bringing a very interesting type of a comeback. Now, Cookie, do we have any stats on these teams?
Um, they faced each other in the regular season, and it was tied 11 each over the two games they played, 7-4, 7-4. So very well matched teams. So I think we might get a very close game today. Villa Bank Coastline is the map pool. We've got the old map pool still. Yeah, 7 maps, not the new update 9 maps, just for this season still. But it's gonna be a fun one. Excited.
Most definitely. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, today we're going to have a bit more of a generic map to start off. We're going to be starting off with Villa, from what I know, and it's going to be chosen by Team Nomad, and they're going to be surprisingly going on attack. I mean, Villa, Oregon Clubhouse, they're all defender sided still, but, up until this point, it's been in the meta, and so for so long that attacking is not that hard as let's say on Bank and as so much other maps. But yeah, for the second map, which was chosen by Emrys, we're gonna be going on Bank, which yeah, it's a bit of a new one. We don't see it that much. It's not as generic. It's a bit in the middle, more I guess you could say. But it's gonna be interesting for sure. And as the last one, or the decider, as you may say, we're gonna be going on Coastline, which is it's attacker sided. I'll just say it like that. It is fully
It's
attacker
not
sided.
attacker sided. It's fragger sided. It's whoever's got the better guns, whoever's got the better aim.
That's that's
That's
exact.
the duel in the desert there, out in Ibiza. But yeah, Villa's been it's been so defender sided for so long. But with the attacker repicks now, you can truly personalize attacks, different kinds of strategies, and different kinds of pushes. You can truly create a perfect strategy with the attacker repicks, making sure you got all the right operators, make sure all the right pieces in place. So it is drifting. The whole game is drifting towards being attacker sided, with the whole 5 players being able to just change their entire lineup from whatever they want to whatever else they need. It has removed a bit of that element of like standard picking, where you pick 2 or 3 base operators for the entire map and then kind of mix and match here and there. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. We do have all 10 players in the lobby, just waiting a moment to get everything going. And it looks like people are ready, so I think we're going to get going soon.
Yes, we should be going into the match.
We're
It's
on
gonna
the
be
way.
yeah, we are on the way. You could say we're since they've been in the meta for quite a while now, and they've been very strong. They seem to be popping off quite decently. We do get some positivity in chat from Team Emrys, and yeah, they've chosen very bravely. And for the first attacker getting banged, we are going to be removing Thatcher, so we can already see a Cade upcoming. So let's talk about the second defender slash attacker. Who do you think is going to
I
get
think it's
it?
going to be a more distance hard breacher, so like a banner or an ace. Jackal, interesting
Jackal.
pick. Jackal, Villa is quite a big map compared to others. It's not terribly big though, so it is an interesting pick. It does help with the roam clear, but the map's not incredibly big.
Oh,
Pulse is going to be much sorely missed on the kitchen site, especially if that's something that uh, Emma's have specialised on, in bringing that pulse. Looks like some VOD review has been done there to make sure they got that sorted. And a Valkyrie, that's a fairly understandable one. There's not lots of nooks and crannies to hide those cameras in. So yeah, more generic bands. The pulse is a bit out of left field, but I mean, can't really expect much more. That's kind of how it goes these days. People have figured out the bands and the metas and one of those things. But we're going to start. Emers are going to head to Aviator Games. We're going to see a mirror around. That's going to be an interesting pick. Probably going to have that study, smoke, Jaeger, Cade, Malusi, pretty standard, and some fragging operators on the attacking side. Nothing too special at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, we do see a Cade getting picked, which does concern me just a little bit. He can electrify the main walls, but then Vault is still open, meaning that if they do decide to take 90, it's gonna be a bit of a hustle. He can still, of course, pick them up. It's not a problem, but no, it's always good to have a mute, a bandit, someone to back him up, especially on the hard breacher side on attack. We will be probably seeing some hard breach devices, as if the Hibana does die, it's always good to have a second hand in there. And Mirror's gonna make it a lot tougher, especially with the C4 and banning Valkyrie Pulse, especially. Pulse for Kitchen would be extremely strong. Even with an IQ, he's still decently hard to counter. But yeah, we do see some roam presence, it seems like. Well, let's hope we'll be getting off into some early kills, because, we gotta be entertained a bit more. But yeah, we see a bit of a strategy, a bit more in the statue side, but it's going to be a bit rough because if they decide to push study main downstairs, it's going to make it a bit more difficult as time was wasted in the prep phase, mostly setting it up. But speak of the devil, they'll be going absolutely in mastery first time. So yeah, they're going to have to really defend that 90 side and just protect it as much as possible.
Yeah, they're going to come into account with that rope clear. What they've done with that mirror is actually clever. So the mirror window, they block the window with 30, that's going to cover that up. And the holes on that main wall inside of Aviator, you can use those to destroy any of the hard breaches that go onto that wall by the bar. So that kind of eliminates the problem that you pointed out, is that, well, you only have 2 Ks, you only got 2 walls now to worry about, because you can just shoot the Hibana when they walk up, and you shoot the Hibana pellets. But that other mirror has been set up towards the bedroom side. It's just giving Melusi a little bit of an angle, as they're just going to see if he can get a pick on the Jaeger, trying to get that kill through the con window, but it's not going to land. Asbo will be sending himself to red stairs and red HP, and I can start from him, as he's no damage onto Future, so it's a very lopsided engagement there for the side of Team Nomad, as Finker's going to make their way in towards Statue, just trying to find out that Jaeger's Asbo has been spotted out by the drone. He's going to flee downstairs and he can join Melusi, and a bit more of a reset now from the attack, as they got their foothold over on that side, and Finger's gone towards 90. They got a pretty good foothold now. Going to see what they can do from here.
Yeah, I mean, speaking about that, actually, Emrys' first one does get taken out. That's going to be the mirror, actually, the smoke of the team.
Is that going to land?
Yeah. It doesn't seem like Mirror will be taken out with the smoke included, as well still not on the best HP, holding 90 with his last bits of HP. They're going to be a bit of a tougher situation, as the hard breacher is still on loose, so they're going to have to do something about it with a bit more over than a minute on the clock remaining. Emrys, actually, Melusi was seconds away from getting taken out. Jaeger on Red Surgeon was revealing himself a bit too much, and this is going to prove to be maybe even his death, but actually Rololo making it a 4-4 and someone getting down. It seems like Yodo gets taken out, but Troy gets that refrag, and of course we see also Melusi taking out Future. Stuff is going down. We also see Rololo with taking the double kill with the Vector. It's going to be yet again back to man advantage. HP doesn't seem to be favored on any side, starting to drone taking their time. The attackers are split up, not working the best together as they should. And LeW trying to go some flashes, trying to take 90. He's going to start slowly pushing into bar. This is going to be really intense in a few seconds.
Woodley does get taken off the board. He will be... Now Troy's left in a 1v2. Again, if he's done, he can't. He's going to fall. It's one round to Emrys, and it wasn't quite a good round. The roam clear was quite good. Quite good roam clear there. The roam presence wasn't where it needed to be, but when they started to collapse towards the site, it just kind of fell out, and they lost the gunfights that they needed to win, and everything kind of fizzled out from there. So they're going to have another go. They won't have another go at Armory though, but Aviator. They're going to Statue and Trophy will be the site. It's a similar lineup coming out, but that mirror is going to be replaced full Aussie of Mozzie. So that's going to be a little change there, a little bit more drone denial. Attacking lineup's pretty much the same, I imagine. Be with how they took Aviator, I imagine it'll be the reverse now. So they'll be heading over towards the Aviator side first and getting some map control in towards landing and con. Then maybe rotating around operators. We'll have to see what happens. An Amaro pick was there for a moment, but now it's not. It's on to 0, which is rather sensible compared to the Amaro, but that would have been fun to see at least. Sledge off for the IQ. Looks like they're going to want to get rid of that Cade Claw from below. Yeah, they've already got some drones pre-placed there, so they're going to head below. We'll have to see if any of that roam presence is gonna come into contact with that, but they have set up fully on the inside, so
Yeah, most definitely. Right now, Mozzie's going to make droning and intel gathering a bit more difficult for the attacking side. And from the previous round, Team Nomad had cleared out excellently, like you mentioned. But the only problem was that Emrys absolutely destroyed on taking 90 back and going for a refrag, so it kind of worked out for them. At the end, it did manage to come down to a 2v1 as Team Nomad didn't stick together all the way till the end. But this is a new round, and it seems like every single part of the team is fully ignoring the roam presence and study side, and they're just going to fully push Master, going for first floor, trying to maybe even bring upon the nade meta as mentioned before. Yana and Finka already below. Maybe we'll be getting some nade kills for grenades and a dream. Who knows? Maybe it'll happen. But yeah, we already see a bit more of a push. It's all getting taken out very fast and steady. Nomad and IQ eye to eye. And first floor doesn't seem to be challenged as much as study, but the defenders are also taking precaution. Emrys right now slowly moving downstairs on, absolutely on traction, I guess you could say. We see people already sneaking up, holding crossfires, as Lebu is also being a bit, not, I guess you could say patient. You could say patient in this situation, but yeah, they're slowly starting to push up on them. Time waste is is actually going to occur pretty fast, and if Team Nomad doesn't seem to do much about that, they can just take out safely everything, as of course roaming will not be as good, or I guess you could say flanking will not be as good since Nomad is still. And actually, Lebu gets some damage taken off and trades it almost, but not quite enough, and gets traded with Mozzie and actually gets almost killed. Almost, not quite. And the thing that this fully take him out, Asbo trying to take out anyone on Astral Stairs. He's just trying to get a pick off. First pick does actually matter a lot, and we see someone on Astral Stairs and Astral Window right now currently challenging both players from Study, or actually Statue and Trophy.
yeah, they've gone the foothold downstairs. They've gone with those gate claws. They're going to see what they can do now. Trying to get this open towards the bedroom. Smoke will be the first line of contention. They do manage to clear that shield, and he's going to look to reaggress, especially with those holes in towards bathroom. One has taken control of the bathroom, and Yoto will take two kills, and that puts them in a 5v3. It's a great situation so far. The wall is starting to get open. Now they got a foothold. Smoke trying to reaggress, but he won't be able to get it. That's a third kill. A fourth kill from Yoto. Can he manage to pick up the ace? Where is the Mozzie? Mozzie is over towards the Astro Stairs, so he's in a 1v5. He might as well go for it, but he gets removed by Future. It was a fantastic first 4 kills there, and Future picking up the 5th, and it's a great round there to answer back to tie the score up 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, Yoto right now being the hot hand of the team for the second round in a row. It seems like he's almost gotten the ace, but sadly could not grasp at the end, searching for that Mozzie. It was not enough, and Future did manage to make it at least a flawless there at the end. I've never seen people just fully throw just so someone can get an ace, and let's hope that doesn't occur here. But we're going to be going into round 3. Yet again, going Trophy and Statue. It seems like Emrys is pretty confident. They think they can give it another shot. They can adapt and overcome. Bringing in also a Thorn, which is a pretty strong operator. Very good gun, very good secondary. But of course, a main gadget does prove to be extremely useful, especially on default plant sides and so on. Especially for entry. She does deny a lot of entry. It seems like it's been like that for a few days or weeks now with her. But yeah, still in prep.
Just cap can trap you can throw on the ceiling, kind of. Just
Pretty
what
much.
it is. Stick it wherever you want. Why not have a bit of fun with it? Mute's gonna annoy the attackers with a bit of that drone denial. I think that's one thing that cost them last round is the lack of intel denial. They had kind of everything that they needed in terms of intel, getting everything sorted, but same lineup from the attackers. I think we're gonna see the same thing. They're gonna try and get basement control. They're gonna try and get kitchen control. Don't know if it's gonna get tested. Clear out those cage claws, which don't exist. And that's gonna be the mute jammers, maybe on that main wall, and then they'll move up from there. It was quite slow the last time, so they're gonna look to pick it up. But Rolo is gonna be looking to contest it almost immediately from the basement. He's waiting patiently for the swing to come in. The drone hasn't touched him. They don't know he's there entirely, so Angle is going to get held by both of them. Who peeks first? This is crucial now. See what opening pick comes. Does he see him? He does see him. He doesn't manage to tag him. Both will get away with 120 HP. just managed to live to fight another day.
Yeah, Zofia
That's
right
good.
there had a sixth sense, and she almost picked him up. But Rolo does actually not pick off Zofia, gets refragged instantly, but manages to take Future with him, which is going to be pretty essential. Also, Lebu taking out Asbo. It's going to be 2 kills traded all for 1, which is IQ's a pretty essential operator here, so it does seem like the trade-off was fairly worth it, especially because Jaeger and Mead both got taken out of the game, so it's going to be pretty much roam presence out of the game, as they're going to have to play a bit more of a turtle strat, it seems like. And starting to play from down below, that they don't have much priority on the IQN devices, but Nays are still in play, and there's still 4 players ready to contest that site. Yoda trying to take out the shield, it seems like, but Jaeger ADSs will not be allowing it. Malusi challenging that Zofia, or actually that Finka. I don't know why I mixed them up so much, but yeah. Malusi already backing up a bit more, just trying to, not get careless and let everyone just slide into their site. The site is going to be pretty heavily contested, but with the smoke having 3 canisters, around 30 seconds should be easily wasted at the end there. Starting to slowly use them, it's a bit early, and also Hexen does take damage in return, so not the best trade-off you want. They're also getting naded from below. He's in a very tough situation, as also the mute jammer does not get taken out. Moving up close with an SMG-11, not switching to a shotgun, which is a very interesting decision. And Millen's still looking after Astro's stairs. It seems like someone is on the window, ready to take out anyone trying to cross his path.
Yeah, they managed to finally get that wall open clear, and that mute jammer. Hibban has managed to get that, but no problem, as Kyoto is going to see if he can get any picks in towards the trophy. Can he get that first guy? He can. There is Milan off the board. Now it is down to a 4v2, and the smoke will peak. Hexen will manage to get that refrag. Now he's put it into a 2v3 for him. Will he be able to pick up this pick in bathroom? No, he just misses it. There's the hole. Can he pick it up? No, he doesn't. He gets removed by Lou. And now Fioto in a 1v3 is not favourable, and he gets removed very quickly as he is collapsed upon by all 3 attackers. And now that is 2-1 for the side of Nomad.
Yeah, Nomad did actually manage to make it 2-1, which is a pretty favorable situation. You always want to make it a 3 at least, or 2 rounds, 1 on a map that's a bit more, or at least defender sided a bit. So it's always it's always preferable. But yeah, we're going to be going on to round 4, moving back into Aviator. Emrys does think they can still, pull out a bit more weight on Aviator. They did manage to do a very good comeback on 90 and take it back. It was extremely well played from them. So let's hope we'll be seeing some sort of gameplay like that, a bit more teamwork from Nomad, and they should be able to pull it as well. So it's going to be a bit of an interesting match, we could say at the least. We see Arcade and the Mirror being played yet again.
Yeah, the problem I have with their first round is they had a really good retake on the 90, but what they've shown in the last 2 rounds, it's not been great, and it shows the Nomad do have the upper hand, and maybe that's just one round that's gone the wrong direction from the Nomad POV. So I think they play their hand right. They know what is going to come up. They know what they're going to be facing, so there's less thinking room now. They don't have to spend as much time thinking. They've looked at it now. They've gone, yeah, it's the same setup. Now we know how to take this. So they're going to be able to move in, and they can work on those mistakes from last time. They can make sure that they've got 90 covered. They don't lose that again. Maybe they can stick a Nomad there so they don't get flanked. All that kind of mid-game adjustments that you see IGLs make, teams are going to be making. So it'll be interesting to see how this round plays out. But I get the feeling that Nomad do have the upper hand over Emrys so far this match. Just on the attacking point of view, obviously we don't know what's going to be happening on the defense when we do swap halves. But yeah, Nomad have looked at a better team so far. We're going to have to see what happens this round.
Most definitely. I mean, it's 30 seconds in, and they've actually taken a lot of ground and crossed a lot of paths, it seemed like. Still Malusi being in a very dangerous spot right here, challenged from every angle, but Red 90, he's very anticipated right now. He's gonna have to move out, or gets absolutely wallbanged, it seems like, and he gets taken out by Lebu from 2 angles, getting crossed on the way to his side back. But it doesn't seem like it'll be working out, and that's going to be the first pick for Nomad in round 4. With 2 minutes remaining, they've covered a lot of ground and made sure of a lot. And Lebu with his second pick with a nasty shot on Milan. He takes him out, making a very good comeback, I guess you could say, as it's 5-3, and it's barely been a minute already. It's going down quickly, and Lebu with his third, he's going to be taking out the Mirror. So that's going to be a C4, two C4s, and a Melusi already denied, so that's a lot of utility. Smoke still hanging pretty decently. He's going to start getting flash, so he has to back up. And Lebu does get shut down by the Jaeger. It's going to be very unfortunate, so no ace, at least this round.
Yeah, they've got to regress now, Emrys. They've got to try and find the picks that they need to level this round out. If the longer they let this go on, the more foothold they let Nomad get in towards the site, and that's not what they want. If they get full control, they can collapse whenever they want, and that is that round over. So they've got to try and get something, but they're playing quite passive. Jaeger just playing in study, using those rotates, using those head hops to see what he can get. And Yoto is being just as passive, 90 on that breach, as Blue is going to make his way towards study. It looks like he's going to try and get this flank. This is going to be incredibly crucial. Yoto will fall to Hexen. Now it's in a 2v2, and Future will manage to pick up that kill, and Hexen's now left in a 1v3, and it's not a good situation. They're all Finker healed, and he's on very low HP. He's got a smoke grenade, he can throw that out, but that is the last he will have of that, as the diffuser is going to go down. 45 seconds left. He's trying to peek this mirror. It has gone, so it is a two-way angle, and he will get removed by Lou in study. It's an incredible round, far better from Nomad that time. They got the picks early, they got what they needed, and he capitalized on the man advantage.
Yeah, Team Nomad played that very well, with a lot of teamwork being included. Emrys got taken out quickly without much refrags, seeming to show up as Nomad did not allow any with that to come. So yeah, we're going to be going into the 5th round, and next round is going to be the last one before the role switch. So these rounds are going pretty fast, pretty pacily, and we do see a bit of a Thunderbird being caught up in dining as we're going into kitchen as well. So yeah, it's going to be a bit more of a roam presence. And while roaming, you do take damage. It's not certified that you'll die. So going back, getting healed up, Thunderbird is a good operator. Even if she dies, her utility's there still to give you a bit of a kiss when you're at your lowest, I guess you could say. It's like Thunderbird gadgets are like therapy, pretty much. You could say it that way. But yeah, we do see Kate, so Laundry will be electrified, but it's kind of easy to take out that Kate just peeking into Laundry for a bit. So we have to be a bit secured if he's even using it in that way. We'll have to see ourselves. And yeah, yet again, I'm pretty much assuming it's going to be upstairs hold, because this site is one of those sites where you need to keep verticality for yourself, or you're pretty much doomed. Even if they brought a fuse, that would be extremely powerful, but yet again, almost to counter him, so it's kind of a meh. But yeah, we do see a Doka beam play, which is an annoying, but yet again, so strong of an operator, can change all roaming, can change all the roaming presets, I guess you could say it like that.
Yeah, Doka be decently powerful, but the DMR is a hindrance, and the SMB12 is not quite forgiving when it comes to the recoil, so that's going to be quite difficult to hold. As Rolo looking to get a first pick, a window just droning it out, so he's not going to get much happening there. Purely the setup at the moment is Nomad are finding themselves towards Piano, just taking the map control that they need to see if they can get any early picks. They don't lose any man advantage yet. That's not exactly what you want, but it is a very flat clear. There's not much vertical going on, and Yoto will fall. Asbo has spotted that punch hole lying on the floor, and he's removed him no problem whatsoever, as that puts Emrys in a 5v4. It's already a good advantage, and they don't have a lot of map control. Nomad are kind of stuck in this living room area, and they don't have anything. They're working with scraps at the moment, trying to find something. Maybe into the hallway, they can try and get some map control. Yeah, Asbo's got something else to say about it. Can he get that pick? No, he can't through the wall. He's going to stay alive, but it's been a very quiet round from Nomad so far. It feels like a completely different team for the last 4 rounds we've watched, as Future managed to get that pick, and Zopo has picked up his own kill, so the patience has worked out. As they will start to open up that memorial wall. It is leveled up though, as Rolo will take that trade. Lobo, and he's peeking in towards on Secret, and he won't get that pick, but he does a fair bit of damage, and with the finger off the board, there is no healing on the attacking side, so that HP will stand at quite low. And as we get to the last minute, it's a very balanced match so far, very balanced round, so it'll be interesting to see which minutes goes.
Most definitely. I mean, players were traded in for time, and Rolo also taking out LW, or Lou, as anyone would call him. I just call him LW. It sounds like a bit more positive. But yeah, Rolo right now holding the diffuser on his own hands. He almost takes out the DMR player, but Future does get taken out. That's going to be a triple kill. Can he get the quad? Can he pick it up? As the last player does seem to be lurking around Laundry, giving out a bit of information. Troy is going to be in a bit of a very hard situation as he just let everyone know, hey, I'm here. Switching up a bit, going into a bit more on bicycle window. Rolo does challenge it. Will he be able to pick out the 4th player? Very carefully. Troy does go in, but gets taken out by Rolo, and that's going to be the 4th kill of the match. Getting a quad at the end there. It's going to be another round for Emrys. Matching it up a bit more. So it's looking pretty even. These teams are doing both great. And if Emrys does manage to secure this win, they should still be on a pretty good streak. They shouldn't be in the worst position they want to be. So it's, 3-3. It's pretty evenly balanced. But yeah, we're going to be moving on to games and Aviator.
Yeah, it's been a close one. Nomad realistically have had the upper hand, and the only rounds that Emrys have taken is the ones that they've been given. They've not won their rounds on their own merit, and I hate to say it, but they really haven't. It's been Nomad making mistakes here and there that's allowed them to pick up these rounds. Round win's a round win, I guess. It doesn't matter how you get it, but it's not great long-term success to have it like that. But it will be interesting to see how that changes when we move onto the attacking side. But yeah, as you said, last round of the half, and we're going to be on Aviator. It's been the most popular site on this match so far. Same setup again, but we won't be seeing the mirror. We'll be seeing the Rooney instead. So that's changing up the strat slightly, but realistically it doesn't change too much. You just won't have those lines of sight in towards the rooms just as easy, but you will have those gates instead, so you're going to be able to block off a few things. Block off frag grenades, block off a bit of intel. You've got to waste a drone.
Maybe even a rush. You think they would rush?
There's no way they go for a rush. There's no way.
I was hoping.
It would be a wild scenario when Nomad goes and rushes this. They've had 2 quality attacks so far, and they're looking to get a 3rd on the Aviators. Yeah, we're just going to get started with the round and basic setup so far. One on the comm window, one droning out. Trying to get stuff cleared.
Yeah, right now Jaeger's in a pretty... He's going to get pushed just like Malusi did one of those runs. And he's going to get taken from all sides of angles, from Master, from Astro. He's going to be, yet again, cross-held. And if he doesn't do anything about it, he will get naded by Labu. That's going to be Master.
You want to be having.
Yeah, you really don't want that to happen. And also, Lola does actually finish out LW with Labu. That's going to be LW. Actually, the less squad getting taken out, the duo. And that's going to be Yana and Hebana off the board. The take was very quick, but they didn't consider that a while.
That's all the hard breach gone. That's the big one. That's no hard breach left.
You are correct, actually. Yeah, the hard breach is very important here, and since they don't have hard breach devices, no one is there to back it up. And Yana being one of the most important intel gatherers, they're in a very bad situation when it comes to operators. Of course, 90 still being held. They're trying to take out a bit of utility, but not enough. They've covered a lot of ground, mostly Master side, but that won't seem to prove when you lost 2 of the more important players. Now Yodo is still the hot hand of the teams. He can still probably manage to do something with a bit of fragging and a bit of that LMG power, but not enough. Actually, talking about Yodo, he does take out Milan, which is going to be the king of the team, getting taken out. And that's going to be making it a fair man advantage. Rolo finishing off, but not really. Yodo's actually trying to protect his teammate, but does.
Oh, he got greedy.
He got greedy, and Yodo both with Troy right now on the floor bleeding out. Will they be able to get revived by the Finka boost? That is just the absolute power that they gave that operator, and it seems to work out perfectly. What an interesting turnout of events.
Yeah, let's not talk about game balancing in the cast, but he managed to pick them up. It turns it from a 1v2 into a 3v2, which is far more favorable. And he still has 1 boost left, so I feel like they're going to wait. They're going to pop that boost in a moment, and then they're going to get going. Get a little bit more health on the Nomad and the Finka. Oh, his Twitch takes a fair bit of damage as he tries to move in towards the site, and Frofi is going to have a great chance at denying pretty much everything as they cross towards long, and he 2 get picked up as that's the Malusi and the Smoke getting their picks, and now it's Yoto, and he hasn't got anything left to clear out this Rooney Gate, he's got the Gone 6, he managed to clear up, now he's made it very obvious where he is. Can he get any of these picks? No, he's pre-firing everything, that's the power of the LMG, but no one is peeking him and he won't find anything as the time will expire and we will enter the half 3-3. It was a great adjustment from the side of Emrys, changing up that strategy just a bit and holding off that attack. And they've got around for it, and that, in my opinion, is the first round that they have truly won. Every other round, they've kind of been given it on the mistakes of Nomad, but they truly won that round. They truly dominated.
Well, I mean, winning is about sometimes even it's about taking that bit of a gap
Oh,
you
of course,
can.
yeah. I mean,
But
sometimes you just got to take a loss. Like,
But you do have a point. This is one of the rounds that actually executed the best, and they actually proved to not even get gritty at the end and allow Nomad to make some sort of a comeback. And also, the perfect timing for the wallbang on the Malusi on 90 was absolutely phenomenal to watch.
the
And she
feet
did
hold
manage.
played
Yeah,
very good part in that.
it was a big part, but at the end of the day, they still managed to get a double kill and make it from 3v2 to a 2v1. So, it still worked out well for both of them. Now, actually, we do see Team Nomad going Aviator. It's the usual. You always love to see it, but we're going to be seeing Castle firsthand. And I want to see how the strategy is going to be working out. I mean, Alibi's there probably just because of the shield. She's always useful. Even her gadget can be useful, especially with the belief and secondaries. But, of course, um, she's always a good handy operator to have around. Now, Castle, on the other hand, as well. He did get buffed not too long ago, but hey, 4 castles are better than 3, so it's going to be a bit of a more of a split push, it seems like. Rolo being joined by another attacker. It seems like they're going to be going from downstairs, and the other 3, we will have to actually check them out.
Those two LMGs are going to be crouch walking up those stairs. That's going to make that interesting.
Yeah, most definitely. We also have Yana going from main gate and Nomad taking actually kitchen side. It's going to be a very quick paced split push, just like Emrys did before, but a bit more faster. It seems like they're going to be a bit more cautious as well as last time. On Aviator, it seems like Rolo got a double, if not triple kill on Statue side, so it didn't turn out as well as wanted, but hey, it was good for Emrys.
Yeah, they've quickly taken the kitchen control, and now Lou is going to feel that pressure as he's going to move back to the top of the stairs. So he won't be able to play as aggressive as he wants to. As looks like Yana's going to be Sophia's going to be posted up there in Memorial, just trying to get something done. Roma hasn't really been touched yet, so Yoto is holding firm, but he's got to be careful that he can get out with his life, and Lubo won't be able to do that. He's removed by Asbo, as he will no longer take any more part in this round, but his utility is already down, so there's no in-hand utility lost, like if Lu were to go down or something. But so it's not the worst loss, but you don't want to lose a man. You could always do with that gun. At the end of the day, it is a shooter. Always around if you shoot them quickly, they can shoot you. But map control has been handed over cleverly. Yoto has made his way out of trophy or statue. Sorry, he's made his way out with his life, and that's important now. That they can post up on site, especially with the shield, which is quite an interesting shield. It's fairly common, but you don't see it a lot. It's weird.
You don't.
It's a very good shield. I like this shield. Lou is going to have a lot of fun playing behind the shield, but he's going to get flashed out quite a lot, and he's going to have to retreat towards the vault. He's just going to play close with the shotgun. 90 control's been taken, as Lou is going to take a little bit of damage, and that's not how you wanted to go. But now we can re-aggress with the main stairs, so maybe that's a blessing in disguise, as Yoto is present in study, so maybe that drop down is actually the 200 IQ play they've been looking for. Will get contested on the stairs by Castle. Now with 25 seconds left, there's not a lot of time left to do some stuff. So they've got a kill. 4 defenders who are truly hunkered down, as those smoke canisters are going to start blooming towards the landing door, and it's just going to hold them off at bay. And Asbo will get his own pick, and they're going to start to run, and the plan's going to start to go down, and Asbo will get another one, and Asbo gets a 4th. Will Asbo be able to pick up this 5th? Future now trying to move in, and he gets removed by Rolo. That's twice now this game that a 4K has been stolen. No ace on the board yet. 2 4Ks. That's another round to the attackers there, as Emrys they've had a good round there. It's very well played round there. So we're going to head to Kitchen Dining. gonna be
Mm.
that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, Asbo didn't plan to drop on 90 hatch, but at the end of the day, he did manage to pull up with a 4K, and I was crossing my fingers. I love seeing aces in leagues. It's just absolutely amazing to see them, and also very skillful of the players. So yeah, Asbo yet again, probably not his plan to drop there. Probably would have turned out differently if not. But hey, it was luck for him, and it ended up even better for the team, actually winning the round. Sadly, not with an ace, but hey, with style at least. So, actually, going into kitchen right now, we do see Mira in action, and of course, Castle, who is just the most. You always gotta have a Castle, come on. He's absolutely phenomenal to have on your team. So, right now, going still with kitchen, there's probably gonna be roam presence, as of course there should be. As if you don't have roam presence, you may just as well go for frags and play like a ranked match.
Aye, sometimes you gotta play like a rank match. You gotta turn your brain off, walk in a room, and shoot someone. Like, sometimes it works. If they're not expecting it, you can get it to work. But obviously, you can't be too aggressive too many times. And I don't think we should encourage people to blindly run into rooms. That's a bad way of playing Siege. But I don't know if you're a way of playing Siege if it goes right.
If it works, it works.
The other person's gonna hit you, though. But it looks like they're gonna have a mirror upstairs. That's gonna be holding study. They got a. That's an interesting mirror. I've seen that before. That's going to be an interesting one to see how that plays out. Because that mirror is quite decent, but will immediately get eliminated as soon as there's any kind of pressure in Red Hole. That is immediately off the table using that mirror.
Even
So
bicycle window would be a bit of an issue for
yeah,
him.
a bit of pressure there, and that's enough to drive you out. But let's see what the kind of balls he's got. As Yoto has the biggest balls of all, as he managed to pick up Hex, and that's a headshot on towards the aviator window, the astronomy window. All my colors mixed up. There's too many A's in this map.
Was that Ying taken out? That's
That is Ying off the board. That's those Candela's gone. No more flashbangs. Yeah, that's. There's 3 flashbangs left on Nomad, but obviously that's the main point of Ying is the flashbangs, and that's them gone. They are getting held up at the moment by those castles, which is interesting with the sledge. Should be cleared out fairly quickly. Just taking their time, taking a moment to see what's going on. Yota will take another gunfight, and he does manage to pick up Asbo, and that's the Yana gone. So it's not a good start here from Emrys. Has fallen down 2 in the man count. Nomad looking tied up 4-4.
yeah. I mean, I think Kyoto brings a very menacing, I guess you could say, role presence to the team. If you're up against him, you should really be careful as he's been absolutely popping off. But Luba does getting taken out by Rolo, and it's gonna be making it a 4v3, but yet not man advantage or an even advantage at least. So a minute and 10 seconds left. They have to come up with something. As only yet again they're still stuck in living room like Team Nomad was before, but getting slowly starting to push up. Yodo does take some damage, and someone upstairs ready to take him. Wool will be actually finishing him off, and it's going to be a 3-3 with top floor seems to be taken. Still a bit of roaming presence, but not as much as Demira. Still playing a bit more moral aside, and Troy does get some HP taken off, but of course the Thunderbird is there to back him up, and Rolo also taking out Troy. It's going to be his second pick of the day, it seems like. And some teamwork is coming in from Team Emrys, as it seems like they're starting to slowly shift the match. Lou's starting to take a lot of pressure, damaging Milan, but not enough to finish him off. With no more C4s, he's left to actually pick a gunfight, finishing him off with the diffuser on the floor. It's going to be 2v2 with 20 seconds remaining. Gets taken out by Rolo with a triple kill, and Rolo does manage to pull up with another quad of this match. That was very quick by Rolo, and the shots were on point.
Timeout called from Nomad. They need some time to discuss something, but that mirror still confuses me. That it's an interesting one. I'm not quite sure what the plan for that mirror is, to be honest. Because they're gonna pressure Memorial, so that's gonna pretty much eliminate that. If you have it on the other side, looking into Memorial on the doorway, I can see it. That's a pretty good mirror there. That might have changed that entire round. But hey ho, just a caster, not their coach, not my problem. So we're gonna be going into round 9. Dining kitchen is gonna be the site. It looks like Future's having some issues, so that's probably what pause is for. He's picked onto Capcan, so see when they're ready. But it was a pretty good attack from Emrys getting
Mhm.
that clear, and they played really well on that roam, especially with the Finker.
Yeah.
Cancelling that reaggress entirely up the Astro stairs. So
I mean, at the start, it wasn't looking too bright, especially with Yodo taking out two people very quickly, and them being pretty strong operators themselves, as Ying was included, and I believe Yana. So it wasn't really bright or what you want to see being taken out first, especially even in that early of a round. And at the end, they did manage to push him in a corner and take him out. And of course, Rolo managing to quad kill clutch that match did end up winning, but it was executing off of that one gap of a mistake, and that's what I guess that's what Siege can be about. But yeah, let's move on to the second round, and there's gonna be 20 seconds left for the action phase, and we see yet again the same strat. We see the same interesting mirror. I guess the only thing I would add to the strat, personally, not doing anything, but maybe a castle to the memorial doors. That could release some pressure off the mirror, make it a bit more easier for her to handle. It's just you always gotta have some protection.
yeah, gotta make sure there's something watching the back there. But same shot again, and that's gonna be more of the boring part of Siege, where we wait around for 30, 40 seconds while attackers run towards the building, start repelling and droning. So not much to talk about. We wait for some action, but yeah, Emrys have had some good attacks so far. The flow's been quite quite good, and they've had their pauses when they've needed to, just to take a moment, reassess, and then reaggress. And it looks like they're going to have a change of heart this round, and they're going to head towards the AVA assign. Not going to worry too much about directly taking the statue. They're not going to come up against much pressure, as all of the defense is over that side of the map. But last time the castles were up quite long. As that Twitch is going to snipe that mirror window. That's what the
Ooh.
range change is going to do. That's going to be off the board. So what that has done for Lubo especially, is they don't even have to have someone there on that window. Just kind of the knowledge that that is open and that you can be shot from it is probably enough to keep her well away from that rear window. But she's going to be kept well away from the rest of this round as she's removed on a quick peek. But Yota will find a trade on towards Asbo, as one will quickly drop down, and that's the castle of Yoto trying to escape with his life. He just manages to do that, as Finker won't manage to find that kill, just slipping away through his fingers. It is kept at a 4-4, so that's a great play from Yoto, getting that trade and getting out. Some C4s coming up below, and I think it's going to get taken out. That's an important C4 there, but I think being able to heal up, that's going to be null and void very quickly, as with a minute left, still a 4v4, and the attackers just destroying the floor upstairs to see if they can get anyone displaced.
I mean, yeah, upstairs right now is taken, but before that, Hasbro was taking out a teammate, and of course, Yodo did actually manage to get away with it, dropping down instantly as he could, skirling away in the last few seconds. But yeah, right now we're going to be going again back into living room. It seems like we're going to be moving positions, and the Capcan was seconds away from taking out that Fenka, and also LW taking out Milan, and Yodo joining him with taking out Rolo. That's going to be a double kill for Team Nomad. It seems like making it a 4v2 with 25 seconds remaining. Emrys is not in the position you want to be. You may have the Finka and the Ying, but not enough to take him out. And Yodo with his triple kill. That's going to be the third pick. Will he get the quad? We'll be seeing the quad of this match, it seems like. And that's going to be Yodo with the quad, not the ace yet again, sadly. But that's going to be enough to finish off this round. And they're going to be going to match point. Actually,
No, wrong team.
oh, no, damn it. I mixed
Round
it up.
10. 5-4. We can't escape just yet. Still got a few more rounds of this game to go. But yeah, no, it was a good good defense there from Nomad. The top floor failed pretty early, but they held on below. They didn't manage to lose any picks. That's the crucial part. Is they didn't lose any picks downstairs, so they were managed to keep everyone alive. So they had that 4v4. And that's what makes it hard. When you've got 25 seconds, 20 seconds, you've got to get in the door and you've got to get 4 kills. That's when the comms get cluttered, and that's when the defense has a massive advantage, because they just have to watch the doorway. They don't have to find anyone, they just have to watch a doorway. So it was a good play from Nomad to manage to pick that up. They're going to head towards going back up to Aviator and Games. Bring the mirror again. So we'll have to see what is going to come out this round. Nothing special so far in the setup, just pretty standard rotates and stuff. Looking at the destruction floor, can I speak for a moment about how terrible the destruction pillar is? Like, it's so infuriatingly bad. Like, they couldn't have made it like, what is it, Chalet, where the walls just disintegrate? No, they had to make them the most spiky and blistery holes you could possibly imagine to just make it as annoying as possible as a defender trying to rotate.
Someone can stab themselves with that if they step on it. It looks like
Actually,
a frost trap, but just natural from the map. It's
the natural frost trap, yes. That's exactly what it is. I'm just gonna get a splinter and get 10 HP loss. That's what it's gonna be.
it's gonna be like a lesion.
That's how Gridlock got a thing. He got a big blister, like a big splinter.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna make that a gadget.
Let's do it. Natural resources. All right.
Naturally perfect.
Yeah, but we are 30 seconds in, and ground downstairs seems to be taken out fairly quickly as Yodo and Malusi, actually Yodo and Lubu, do seem to be both still holding their ground pretty safely, as they're going to be brothers in arms trying to hold that Astro with all their might. And we do see Flow right now seconds away from a gunfight with Red Stairs, and they start to move back as they're not trying to get into any quick challenges. But speak of challenges, the C4 does manage to get dropped, but not quite enough, and the mirror does get destroyed. So that's gonna be very unfortunate, as there are two people on Astro, and we see Master still being not fully seized. Yoda does take some damage from Trophy, and he does get taken out by Hexen. But there's still someone ready to get a bit of a refrag, and Top Red still being held. Rolo does actually manage to stun himself and gets taken out by Lubu. Pushing up, Lubu does not succeed on finishing Rolo, but very close, and with a bit less of HP, Finka does give him a pat on the back, and Troy's still on 90 with all three of his canisters. He's ready to waste time and deny any plant going down in sight. And still, it's a 3v4, and time is being wasted, but not as gradually as you'd want it. It's still 1 minute, and they have enough time to pretty much do anything, as everything around sight but study is taken.
Yeah, there's a lot you can work with now. Do you want to rotate someone downstairs? Do you want someone coming up main stairs? Do you want to move someone onto the 90 window? Do you want to help pressure that? Do you want to have someone move into study? Well, that's all off the board as you've lost all the man counters. Lou, with a fantastic Nitro Cell, will manage to pick up 2 huge kills inside of the 90 hallway. That is a catastrophe for Emrys, who are on the back foot now, and with 35 seconds, their chances are dwindling by the moment, as they're going to see what they can do as Milan and Hexen are split up, and they're going to be doing 2 pushes on their own, trying to get the 1v1s and trying to win these 1v1s, trying to even out this man count as they're going to push towards the site. That mirror is going to start to get cleared as Milan will start to push towards the main stairs. Will he be able to pick up this guy on the main stairs? Doesn't know where he is. The one in Vault will manage to clear that up, and Hexen just runs straight into Vault and will get removed, and that's the diffuser on the floor. Now it looks nearly impossible for Milan, who will pick up the 1 kill. Now he's only got 4 seconds, he moves in towards Bar, he can't pick up another. Future will take him out from Vault. And that was a very, very poor decision from Hexen. I can't lie, that was something stupid. That was,
Was
yeah.
it just me, or were the Jaeger and Vault and Nomad from Team Nomad looking at
They
each
saw
other?
each other, yeah. Like, they looked at each other in, like, the side of the screen. I saw that.
I mean, that was a bit of a word, but Emrys is going to be taking a tactical timeout, trying to go through things. I mean, they just lost 2 rounds in a row, and they want to speak up. They want to, that C4 did really manage to break the outcome. It was completely looking bright for Emrys, but sadly, at the end, that one gadget managed to kill 2 players and turn the shift, or the tide, as you'd say. But yeah, that Nomad and Jaeger, I mean, they had a bit of a romantic moment. They didn't want to kill
That
each
was
other.
weird. Just looking at it, it's like, you can see each other. Why aren't, like, either of you shooting each other? But that was interesting from Hexen. I hate to, like, be ragging on the dude, but, like, what was the play there? Like, you can plant default, you can get behind the door. Nomad can cover you pretty well. Smoke canisters, okay, is it perfect? No, it's not. But yeah, I don't know. Rush of Blood, maybe. Something like that.
Maybe
You
they
never know.
wanted to take out a bit more players to give it a bit more of an advantage at the end there, but yeah, it was tough. We also had someone on main stairs, so no one could have been pushed, but it's the outcome that we got. So let's
I mean,
actually
you're never
continue.
gonna have a great situation when you're in a 2v3. Like, you're always gonna have something that's not held, and especially when you've got a plant,
Yeah,
it's never amazing. But yeah, it was
very true.
not a great decision. I think they're gonna have a look at the bottom review of that and be asking questions and having a talk about that in future games. But we're not on about future games. We're on about current games, and we're headed over to statue and trophy. We're gonna see an RX. That's gonna be a fun pick.
Chad. I call him the Chad of Rainbow Six Siege. His chin can break any type of material, and I'm not backing down on that statement.
Rainbow Six Siege is truly an inclusive game, with CTE now being a feature of the game with Oryx. So, fantastic thing to see. As he's going to be over on the other side of the map, he's going to be reinforcing towards the aviator side. And some mute dammers going to be really annoying in that corner, trying to deny some intel. But it is completely null and void if they don't go that way. So we're going to have to see what the attackers do. And it looks like they are, so that utility is going to get used. But we'll have to see what push he gets. Back to the boring bit of waiting for something to happen. As players start to take map control outside the map and just trying to find their spots and droning, and yeah.
Yeah.
It's the fun part of playing Siege, but the boring part of casting Siege, waiting for something to happen. For 30 seconds to a minute.
We just got to talk about the same thing over and over.
What are we talking about? Let's go back over the notes. Right.
Yeah.
Emrys have played decent on defense. We'll go right back to round 1. What's happening in round 1 again? Now we went.
Let's see. But yeah, we do see Lubu roaming around a bit. His Oryx is absolutely prepared to defend Steady with all his might, and they are seconds away from being challenged from Steady, not noticing that there's a mad goat ready to take out anyone, and he does peek onto Steady, trying to see if that drone noticed him. It didn't seem to do so, so he's gonna try and take as much advantage, pushing down onto Wretched Stairs. It's gonna be a bit of a hassle. He does actually take a lot of damage, almost. That was extremely close to dying, and it was seconds away, but not close enough. And there may not be a Thunderbird ready to revive his HP or bring it back to blue, but he's still alive, and that's all that matters for now. As Study is slowly being closed off, and so is 90, with all the drones, Yanas, and so much more going slowly down. They don't seem to have much control as they did, at least Nomad is starting to lose control, and they're going to push in, and actually Milan taking a very nasty shot on Loop Master. Sophia actually Finka pushing up, trying to take out the default spot, and Asvel getting shot from behind. It's going to be Wolf with another kill on the W, getting peeked by the right time. Troy takes advantage of it and refrags. So it's going to be a 3v3 and a 2v3 for Nomad, and a 1v3 for yet again Nomad. Is going to be making it a 1v2, and Yodo trying to get the last of his kills. He actually does manage to kill them both, and then make it with a triple, make it a 1v1. We yet again will not be seeing an ace, but he does have the intel on the Nomad as cameras are placed down. It's going to be very intense as Yodo did manage to even out the odds. Nomad trying to get the safest of places on that defuse spot. Yodo's just trying to take advantage of it, and will he able to be finishing it off? It went from a 1v3 to a 1v0, and Yodo's going to be clutching up another round for Team Nomad.
That was an amazing clutch from Yoto. He played that perfectly. In a 1vx, whatever it is, you've got to find the 1v1s. And he found the 1v1s. He found the planter. He was unprotected. He got the kill. He found the 1v1 inside of statue. He got the kill, got the down, found it out, and then he's using that intel to try and create that other unfavorable 1v1 for the Nomad. And that will my disc helped massively. If that Nomad lands on that doorway, the amount of trust that that has to help the plant go down is huge. But that gets moved and it gets blown up, so you don't know when they're moving through. You don't have intel on that. So she felt like she had to move around, had to get onto the other site, and that just helped with Yoto trying to pick up that last kill. And he's got 19 frags to himself, and that's incredibly high. He's got more than 3 of his teammates combined. So that's an incredible performance from him and the fragging department. But it's a team game, and they've played well as a team so far. And you've got to play well as a team for one more round to try and clinch this game in regulation. Then we'll be headed to map number 2, which is Bank.
Yeah, I mean, Yodo being the hot hand as he was yesterday, he may not be doing uh, enough to actually win every round, but he's at least made huge um, a huge influence on the team, and it seems like they are mostly winning because of him, but it's all down to teamwork strats, and it's not only him, but at least he is. You always need someone to top frag in the team. But yeah, right now, still being upstairs, Yodo is yet again ready to roam with the UMP-45, ready to take on anyone daring to challenge him. It's going to be maybe another, things will change up, and Milan is still joining out. Rolo right now protecting him on the drone. It's gonna be very intense really quick. I can say that the least. And as he's reinforcing, no one takes advantage of it, and he will get away with it at the last few seconds. He's gonna be put again into very tedious situations where you don't really wanna be as a defender, and he does back off. He does go downstairs. He doesn't seem like he's fit to be upstairs. He doesn't feel very confident, and maybe even knows that he wouldn't be able to be up for the challenge. And LeW does take that position, going up into Asher, and Troy taking some damage. It seems like going in a bit of a gunfight in living room slash, I guess you could say, reading. Second floor does seem to be taken. Astro stairs are still a bit contested, but not fully. And since time isn't being wasted as much, a lot of ground has been covered by Emrys, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be much of a problem for them to also execute upon it.
Yeah, Asbo is going to fall there to Lubo, as that's an unfortunate pick, as the Diana will fall, and he's going to be on drones now for the rest of this round, and potentially the rest of this map. As it's a very good start for Nomad, as Lubo is going to try this flank. It might work. It's quite dangerous and does leave it 4v4 on site, but if he can get something to work, can he get it? And he does manage to get another kill. That is a crucial kill there onto the Nomad. That's all that flanked now. If it's not in place, it is gone. And one more in the long hallway. Will he be able to get it? Crouched out of the way of those bullets. It's the gunfight, and the brick wall is just saving both of them as he gets behind the bar. He does manage to pick it up as the C4 will come out. Will it land? It doesn't land, as he's getting pushed around and it's ring around the rosy, and he will finally fall. But that's a fantastic roam there, as there is only 55 seconds left on the clock. And a lot to do is... Ooh, Rolo almost getting the feet there through the beams, but doesn't manage to land it. Lou will make himself makeshift rotate, and at that angle it's going to be very, very difficult to do. But with 35 seconds left in a 4v3, we've got to try and get something going on this hatch now. Dropping in, he doesn't want to drop just yet. I think he's going to be dropping into laundry pretty soon, as it looks like. He's trying to get something set up, and he will drop the laundry. He'll fire as many rounds with that LMG as he can to try and land whatever he can, but he can't land much, as one of his teammates will go down. That is Rolo on the floor. As from behind the bomb, Lou will peek out, and now Hexen left on his own, and he gets removed, and Nomad will take the first map. Villa goes their way, 7-5. We head to Bank, where Nomad have one more map to clinch, and Emrys have to be flawless for the next two to pull it through. Reminder, the winner will go on to the grand final, so this next map is going to be crucial, and it's all in Nomad's hands. Big 20 bomb there from Yoto, and you can only respect that.
Yeah, that was very intense. Even with, of course, we saw Yoto clutch up a 1v3. That was extremely well. Not a lot of 4Ks. No aces, sadly. No anything like that. But a lot of 4Ks. About 4Ks. And yeah, we should be moving on to Bank, which is also an interesting map, as we've seen it not being played as much as Villa. But we're going to be making sure that the players do want a bit of a break. You know, you always want to take a chill, take a breather in between the rounds. But yet again, Yoto being the hot hand, how much kills did he have at the end of it?
He was 20-9.
20. That was a 20 bomb. Holy Yoto, God. He needs, I think he's on a roll. It seems like even yesterday he was absolutely dominating against Team Titanium. They may not have won, but he certainly showed his power there. And let's hope he continues to show that effort, as well as Emrys. Team Nomad did manage to execute off of more mistakes. But Emrys, at the end of the day, still didn't do bad themselves and managed to make it a pretty close score.
Yeah, it was quite a close game. But we will head to a quick break. We'll come back for Bank. We're all ready to go.
What are you thinking, baby? I need your love tonight. I know we've been crashing lately, so let's lock in tonight. Oh yeah. Fill the space between us, recreate the feel. I've been gone too long, can't rewrite this wrong. Let's just leave today, spend the night away, something just for us. Don't hesitate to let me know, 'cause I can't take it anymore. Girl, if you're feeling, then there's got to be a reason. Come on, what you waiting for?
Let's just bring it right back. What you know about that? Let's just bring it right back. Bring it right back. Bring it right back. Let's just bring it right back. What you know about that? Let's just bring it right back. Bring it right back.
Don't need to overthink it. Let's just take a ride. No matter the destination, we'll get there if we try. Really, all we need is you and I. Fill the space between us, recreate the feel. I've been gone too long, can't rewrite this wrong. Let's just leave today, spend the night away, something just for us. Don't hesitate to let me know, 'cause I can't take it anymore. If you're feeling, then there's got to be a reason. Come on, what you waiting for?
Let's just bring it right back. What you know about that? Let's just bring it right back. Bring it right back. Bring it right back. Let's just bring it right back. What you know about that? Let's just bring it right back. Bring it right back.
Fill the space between us, recreate the feel. I've been gone too long, can't rewrite this wrong. Let's just leave today, spend the night away, something just for us. Don't hesitate to let me know, 'cause I can't take it anymore. Girl, if you feel what I feel, then there's got to be a reason. Come on, what you waiting for? Don't hesitate to let me know, 'cause I can't take it anymore. Girl, if you feel what I feel, then there's got to be a reason. Come on, what you waiting for?
And we are back. Hello, everyone. Yeah, last round did not go as well, and Nomad did manage to pick up with the win with a score of 7-5, but it was definitely close, even for that being their round. So yeah, we're gonna be heading into Bank, and since both teams are ready, this is Emrys's map, and they did choose defense on it. So it's gonna be very interesting to watch. So yeah, let's hop up into it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun map. Bank, my favorite map in the map pool, because of how varied all the engagements can be depending on what floor you're on. If it's top floor, pretty long range and some pretty short stuff. Middle floor, mid-ish range. Basement, you're all in the short range. You're in the SMG or in the shotgun range, and it's big difference between all of the sites. So
Mhm.
lovely bit of variance. We love to see it. So we'll
Yeah.
head into the map bands. We'll see what band out first.
Bank is a huge map because it's not huge as in ground wise, but do keep in mind there are 3 floors with 3 sites, each on one floor, so it's pretty spread out. And yeah, of course, all of these 3 floors, actually 2 of these floors, can depend a lot on hatches. So Hibana's going to be taken off the board. Of course, that her being one of the stronger operators on this map. Let's see who's going to be the second one, and it's going to be Jackal yet again. These teams don't seem to like Jackal way too much. They don't seem to favor him.
No, they don't want to be dealing with that, especially on how big Bank really is for the roam clear. It's quite easy to do. Mira's getting taken out. No Spaniards today will be played on Bank. Not going to be recreating Money Heist today.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, okay, we have one more defender, and I'm probably gonna assume it's gonna be Cade or Valkyrie. Cade can still be extremely strong for the hatches. And yeah, speak of the devil, he's gonna be taken out, and there's gonna be no electrifying hatches. To be honest, I would not be surprised if one of the teams decided to ban to charge the hatch from above. It would be interesting to see at least, but I doubt that happens. So yeah, first sight still not. Actually, they're going to be going executive lounge and CEO office, which is pretty much upstairs. So yeah, just a default upstairs take,
Ooh,
and we
staff,
have my.
staff in open area.
Oh, they did switch up. Okay, and so they're going to be going open area first. Not one of the more common side, but actually the middle floor side, which is not used too much. It's extremely
It's more
open.
favoured now, definitely.
True.
Well, it's in the name, open area. You know,
Yeah.
can't call open area and be closed up, but with the changes, especially the position of the hatch, the main one is the position of the hatch. It's not in the hallway anymore, so there's a lot more protection you have from above. You don't need to worry about that getting opened up as much, and there's not a lot of soft destruction compared to if you go into archives. And there's not a lot of anchor spots in archives either, so it is becoming more favoured. There's a bit more room to work with, and there's less vertical destruction that can be done. But I imagine that Nomad have had to face an open area defense before, so they know how to attack this, and I'm sure they won't have any issues trying to get through this defense.
Probably, yeah. I mean, here again, verticality is a big part, but it's a bit easier to take it from the attacking side as one of the verticals that's more important can easily be accessed through windows, a double door downstairs, but yet again, it can also be defended from those types of angles, so it's a bit evenly matched, but we'll just have to see how these players manage to get and creep and crawl through these little challenges that they are put up with. We do not. I was gonna say we see Asbel on the second floor going for a bit of a roam setup, but he's still setting up his cams, playing it pretty nice and dandy, and a bit more of a setup on archives. It seems like.
Yeah, a lot of middle presence, not a lot of top floor presence. As you see, he'll start to clear out the room. Yoto, who had a monster game on Villa, looking for another monster game on Bank, because he will be able to get this pick. Oh, it's so close to be able to get that. But Rolo will escape with his life and about 45 HP. It's quite lucky from him, as Yoto's looking to reogress, but playing smart and not losing his life to a very early aggression. Future will get removed off the board. That is the sledge gone. That's any kind of vertical destruction potential off of the board, as Lobo will be contested by someone inside the elevator. They'll just manage to find their way out and drop down that hatch. And they'll find their way towards office and with their head. And will he be able to manage to find this pick? No, he won't. The cast barricade will disrupt his escape as Troy will pick that up. And it's probably a good thing that cast didn't get destroyed. So that's a bit more work that Nomad have got to do. As minute 25 left, we're down to a 4v4.
Yeah, it's time is wasted. Not what you want on attack, of course. And talking about wasted people, Yodo does manage to get picked off by Rolo. It seems like one of the hot hands doesn't seem to be doing the best at the start. The Finka and Sludge are both taken out of the game, starting to look a bit more on drones. And Nomad does seem to have a bit more lobby side than actually anything else. And second floor, LW is going to be getting challenged pretty quickly, as he seems to be very close to one of the sites, and he does not know there's a Nomad right to his left. He spots her, but doesn't seem to know she's there right in front of his eyes. And you know, 1v through Lebu switches up the pace, making it a 1v2. Right behind that wall is Maestro, and what just happened in archives?
That is embarrassing. That is an L if I've ever seen one. As Lubo's now left in a 1v2, and it is winnable. He is on 5 HP. Only really needs 2 bullets. Ooh, he needs a bit more than 2 bullets now, but with 15 HP and Castle's being tagged, will he find his way through? There's one the hatch getting red picked. He doesn't know where he is. The Maestro does know where he is from that Maestro camp, and he will light the Maestro, but he won't be able to fight with 2 angles at once, and he will get taken out, and that is the first round. Going to the defense. Well played round from them.
Very strong, most definitely. I mean, the quick pace was for a 1v3 in a few seconds. It was very good, but that Valkyrie didn't seem to be caught by the Yana's eye. So, I mean, if she caught her there, that would have been a lot huger of a change, and probably even a round 1. So Team Nomad did manage to not actually succeed in that, but going on to round 2. So first round is going to be going to Emrys. Very well played from both teams, and we're going to be going upstairs. It seems like, and we already see a Warden, which is also an interesting pick for the shield. Yet again, you can always go Ella or even Alibi, it seems like, but no, they're going to be going with straight up Warden, and they didn't bring Ying any of these rounds like previous games they did, but not on Bang. So Warden's a bit of a questionable choice, and yeah. Right now, with an Oryx in mind as well, it's gonna be a lot of flank potential, it seems like. And of course, Bank being changed, Warden should be in a bit more comfortable position, as he can't get shot out from the parking lot by a Cali or, you know, Glass and anything like that. So yeah, also Banana getting very heavily constructed, and Troy barely escaping. Yeah,
We've got a Monty pick.
oh, let's go.
Let's see what happens with this. It's gonna be fun.
True, very true. Yeah, Monty's a living, walking, indestructible drone, unless, you know, played carefully with. And they seem to be going Garrett's side, which is a very interesting pick. Maybe just clearing out a bit more roamers downstairs. And yeah, switching up, Ace is going to go lobby windows on the side, and Melissa's going to be there to contest them, but not much, as Haxon did already take some damage, and trying to challenge Banana windows or lobby windows, it's not going to be working out the best for him, as his HP already seemed to drop quite heavily.
Yeah, just setting up outside on the windows, and not a ton done yet. Ooh, Hexon's trying to get that pick. He saw him earlier, but not managed to get much yet, and open a bit more walls. Lubo's found himself in garage. That's going to be interesting, trying to get upstairs with the Nook. Be able to walk past that camera, no stress. Just trying to find some setup as Lubo. There we go, that's the pick there. As he gets past that camera and manages to pick up the castle. Asbo will no longer play part of this round, and Malusi will also fall and find the same fate, as Lubo will pick up his second of the round and third of the game, and he will move his way towards open area, and he will see if he can get upstairs, and might be able to pick up a third if he goes up main stairs right now, because Hexon is very low himself, and Monty finds him in the front office, and Hexon, he gets one pick onto Yoto, the man who was 20 kills last last game is over 2 so far. Not had an impact yet in this map, and hit 4 so far. And, oh, Money's gonna get knocked down, but he just gets killed just in time. And Milan picking up that frag there, and that's a crucial pick there. Now Troy is left in a 1v2, but a minute left, so quite a lot of time to work with.
Yeah,
Just finding himself on the windows, seeing if he can get anything done. He's down, so it's not a great spot.
Yeah, Warden did place up his shield, but it's not going to be enough as Rolo does manage he does manage to pick up the last person on square window, so that's going to be this actually a second round for Emrys. I keep on mixing it. But yeah, they're going to be switching up to lockers in CC, which is downstairs. A very turtle-based strategy site. We have to keep on sites in a very close range. So yeah, downstairs is going to be very close range, and we do see Smoke Echo brought up. Echo is a very strong operator, so we can safely assume he's going to be a bit more safely hidden in Vault or something like that. Yet again, Warden, another a very interesting pick. It seems like they have not played Yang, Glass, any type of smoke operators, and still they seem to actually enjoy him rather much. Maybe Milan just likes his gun, or whatever he prefers, at the end of the day. But yeah, we're going to be going off into round 3. 2 rounds for Emrys back to back. It seems like they've been playing it very well. A lot better than last time, and it does
Blue
go.
hold. Blue stairs. That's an old strat. That's not come out in quite a while. So that's going to be a fun one to see if they're on blue stairs.
Yeah.
Mr. Observer, if we'd like to have a look, I think Warden has found himself stuck on blue stairs with that shield. Is there a shield there? Pretty sure there's a shield there. Oh, you can't find it. This observer sucks. Not the person, the game observing, sorry. There we go. Yeah, he has a shield. Hey, we've got the old strats back.
We got him.
We've got the old strats back. This is way back when Bankers used to be in the game. Fell out of the matter again, and it feels like I'm right back in 2019 watching this. Watching the old 20-second map with the 2 Jaegers and the if it was that a shotgun, it literally would be peak 2019 Siege. But speaking of, Echo is not common anymore. He used to be very powerful, but he's not anymore. The drones don't go visible anymore, and has kind of fallen out of favor. You've got to hide those drones a bit better, and people didn't really want to do that. People can find better use in mushroom cameras, so they can get destroyed. That is the exact opposite way of how to play a blue hold. You can't just allow someone to crouch walk into server. So that's going to be... that is massive blunder from the side of Emrys. There's 2 ADSs and a shield was devoted just to that. And I imagine that's what the Warden was for. The Warden was for those flashbangs that came in and... Ooh, Asbo taking advantage of that OSA shield and how that is placed. You don't get covered on the sides until it's deployed. And
yeah,
found that out the hard way just there as he gets taken off the board. Now we're down to a 4v4.
You don't want that to happen, really. You don't want to start placing a shield out in front of an enemy, and LaW being alone in blue with the diffuser and a hard breach open. Everyone else is on the top floor, since Osa did actually manage to get away from him by getting, dropped by the Jaeger inside. If LaW does get taken out, Nomad is in huge trouble, it seems like. It's been a bit of an exchange, as Future did manage to just sneak up into server and take out the Warden, which was very useful as that shield was not in play anymore. But at the end of the day, it's still bad, since placing up the shield in front of a fight doesn't work out, as Jaeger or Asbo did manage to prove us like that. And Emrys with the SMG-11 right there, absolutely dominating Labu. It's gonna be seeing like Rolo is gonna make it a 2v4 for their side. Yodo being taken out yet again. He has not been showing as much as he did previous rounds, and of course upstairs being breached by the thermite. They're gonna start taking a bit more verticality into consideration with the Zero putting down some flank cams. Blue flank is still on the menu, it seems like, unless he did put a flank cam there, which I'm not aware of. But yeah, we do see Jaeger still being right now a bit more sneaky in the corner of sight, and Troy doesn't seem to realize that, as Hexam does take some damage, but LaW trying to go in for a plant, but Jaeger being the sneaky snake, he drops 2 kills, and that is going to be the 3rd round won by Emrys back to back to back.
Yeah, that was a better defense from Emrys, but it was a poor offense from Nomad. They didn't get anything done until very late in the round, and yeah, I thought Emrys were going to get punished early on for that blue hold, but looks like they didn't. And tactical timeout was called, but that's not happening. So I guess they get one next round. Called. I think we got tactical timeout. That's tactical timeout called for Emrys, I believe,
Oh,
or not.
I guess it just got cancelled on Twitter.
Oh, I missed it, Mr. Observer. You've missed it. The blunder.
Oh well. Yeah. Nomad being not in the best situation, they do need to attack things through as they're 0-3 down. And while they may be attacking, it still should not be going as bad as they don't seem to be executing quite well. They can take map quite quickly, but when it comes down to frag power and just communication, it doesn't seem to be flowing as well as water. And right here, slowly strats are coming into play from Emrys, and they're feeling pretty confident right now and in a very good situation, but still Nomad does need to start pulling their weight. Yodo being a sneaky drone, finding out about the Valkyrie camera. We're going to be going back into archives in open area, being held very, very nichely, I guess you could say, and verticality still included quite a bit. But archives is still a very important part of the map. And let's hope Yana does realize that there's a Valkyrie right in front of her this time, as she did last time. She did very nicely take out the Wamai, but it was quite not enough. If the Valkyrie would have been taken off the board, maybe even a change of an outcome could have become.
Definitely would have changed around. That was top 10 moments of classic blunders in Siege. Top 1 failures there. Happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of them. But yeah, gotta move on. Gotta have a memory of a goldfish. Gotta forget about it, learn from it, and move on. It's just one of those things. But just getting some setup going, and a bit more than setup going, as Lubo will get that frag, and he will find his 5th of the game. As the Malusi will fall, still only on 1 kill for them. That's unfortunate for them, but moving much quicker now towards behind reception, trying to get a fall into Tellers. Doesn't manage to get it, as Aspo will get the kill, but it is traded out beforehand by Lou, managing to get that pick onto the Wamai, so he's off the board, or those magnet discs won't be able to be deployed. It's just trying to find something to open up this round a little bit. Taking a bit more map control and pushing the defenders out. And Valkyrie's not in archives anymore, so that won't be an issue. Won't be missed there by Lou this time. But yeah, just having this gunfight in the admin office, and yeah, bullets flying back and forth, but nothing really happening at the moment. As through the smoke, he will manage to pick up one. It's down. There's a pre-fire, but doesn't know it's down. He'll get revived by the Finker, and more pre-fires coming out, but nothing really landing. It's a lucky shot there from Valkyrie. Managed to pick that up.
Yeah, that down was... It was very close, as the Thermite, out of all people, was down, and that was extremely a valuable source for them. And he does get actually not Thermite, the sledge does get taken out, and so does the Maestro get down right there, but it's not going to be quite enough to finish off the Italian with the Alda LMG. So Thermite right now being in a very comfortable position. The castle is going for a bit of a flank on blue, so this could be Thermite's demise, it being a 3v2, technically a 2v2, as one is down. The castle does back up, but also Troy taking out a Asbo, and it's going to be a 1v3 for the castle right here, and see, he's not on site or close. He's starting to be a bit more aggressive on main, but it will not be enough. He only goes into archives trying to get a pick off from behind. He actually manages to get a double kill, actually picking off the second pick off today, and Maestro does get finished off, almost wallbagging, but not quite enough. It's going to be very close with post-plan 30 seconds remaining. This Thermite is not on the HP he wants to be, but it does give Castle a bit more of an option to finish up, and the Castle barricades do seem to be blocking him more than usual. Like, he doesn't actually manage to get the triple kill, finishing off the Thermite's HP, and if he manages to get that Zofia or Finka, not the Zofia, the Finka, he could have clutched up, but Finka not allowing anything like that to pass through.
There's a much better round there from Nomads, the round they needed. right there. No timeout, no problem. They fixed it anyway. As open area will be tried once again by Emrys. Same lineup. If it's slightly different, it's still pretty similar. So I imagine the same strat concept will be coming out. So not much of a change. Same for the attacking lineup. Not much of a change there. So we'll see what Nomad can bring this round to try and change their fortunes in this map.
Yeah, I mean, Nomad did not need a tactical timeout, which is a bit of a distraction, a few seconds to talk things through, and they managed to start back on their own feet. So yeah, we're back in prep phase. It's a bit of a boring part to talk about, as nothing's really happening unless if a team kill goes on, that type of stuff. But that doesn't seem to be apparent for our eyes. So we're just going to be going on with the casual chit chat, and with 15 seconds on the clock, we should have Emrys right now. Maybe they'll have to chat things through, as it's not anymore a flawless victory for them, as the first round was secured by Team Nomad. So if they win two more, they still have a pretty upright chance to actually win their match. And Nomad even maybe securing the full win for today, going back into the grand finals and facing off against Titanium again. I mean, Titanium and Nomad do have a decent past of going up against each other, and right now it is 2 wins for each of the teams. So yeah, if they manage to win this, they can still, finish that result and make it a bit more there-sided. And the Militia does get spotted by a very nasty drone spot, and Sledge Sophia right now pushing up on square and open area. Seems to be right now pretty heavily getting taken. Actually being secure, I guess I'll say it like that. Malusi and Rooney still seem to be working off on their best power to not allow attackers to expand as much as they want.
And Rolo getting that pick onto Yoto. It's just not been his map so far. He's 1 and 4. He was on fire on Villa. Now he's just being set on fire. So it's a flip for him onto this map. And fragging capability isn't being picked up by anyone, and that's kind of where their whole attack and whole strategy so far has fallen, is they've not been able to get the picks they needed. And Emery have just been able to pick up the map control or whatever they need, and Troy will pull Rolo. He will no longer play a part in this round. As they start getting the map control, they need to try and set something up. But minute 20 left. Quite a bit of time to try and do something. C4 will bring out, and that is Lou dead. As Asbo will manage to land that C4 pretty comfortably. Sledge just trying to get some vertical destruction going. They were trying to get that hatch open, so that hatch being closed is going to make that very, very difficult. Troy trying to clear out the front office, seeing if anyone's nearby. No one is, so that's going to be that check is going to come up empty-handed. He'll start heading down towards the site.
Yeah, Troy's right now, and with Rihanna, they're actually going to get challenged by the Malusi pretty quickly, and let's see who's going to be the winner. And actually, Malusi does back down, and also Maestro taking on another player from Team Nomad. It's going to be a 2v4 with only half a minute on the clock, or on the time. It's going to be a 1v4 for the Sledge, as Troy does get taken out by Millen. And it's going to be a very tough situation, as time is ticking. The clock is going down, and Hexer trying to get a nasty shot. It seems like it does not look, English is hard. It does not look to be looking like the best situation right now for the Sledges. Future does manage to clear out one of the players, but not enough. And of course, Asmo does take him out at the end right there. And that's going to be another round for Team Emrys, making it 1-4, I believe.
Yeah, yes. That'll make 4-1.
We're on tactical time right now. It's a bit. Team Nomad do have to go. Both of the teams do have to go through a bit of a chat. They have to talk things out to maybe secure or re-endorse their own teams and their comms. they have to just get a breather like you always do. And yeah, it's looking like we'll be going downstairs after the TT. And we do see a bit of an Ella. So they switched out the Warden. It seems like a good play. It seems like a bit more utility is going to be brought, as Smokes, Ying's Blitz haven't been as play. So Warden isn't the most useful when it comes to gadget wise. Only secondary, but even then, there are better operators to pick. So yeah, we should be going back into the game, and the score is still 1-4. So if Team Nomad can still put up at least one match, they have a um, pretty decent chance to come back and secure a 2-0 for themselves.
Yeah, and it's been a good start, and they're looking to finish strong. Emrys with they're going to go to the basement, see if they can get a defense on here. Last time went their way. Very good play from Haswell and Diego in the corner. That got them around win eventually, so they have to see if they can get something like that going again. Change the operator lineup. Noak's being removed, and again Osu instead of a sledge. But a pretty typical lineup. Don't think we're gonna see the Elish. Never mind. I think we have another blue stairs hold. Yeah, Ella's in blue, and they have a shield. I think we're gonna have another blue hold. So hopefully that goes far better this time, because last time it went awfully wrong.
Yes.
You can't let someone just walk up through into server.
It was wonky as all hell.
He just crouch walked up like.
He's like, oh hey Warden. We both saw that, right?
Freest kill of his life.
It was a bit of a bug from Siege's side as the Finka just absolutely shot out that door without any recall or anything like that. But they're trying to take cash, or actually not cash, this is not Clubhouse. Trying to take server as quick as possible, and Troy already taking a bit of it. Ella's still on bottom blue to try and challenge him. Now it's going to be up to who challenges first. We have two people on server side, actually three, my mistake. We have three people challenging server side, and then Ella, a very angry Ella with a very quick shotgun ready to challenge it. And Yoda seems to be a bit of a challenge in elevator, and also Labuda's take out the only Malusi from Team Emrys right now. It's gonna be a 5v4. Already looking for Nomad. Not looking like the best thing Emrys wants right now. And also Asbo taking some damage. There's no Thunderbird to patch that up. There is a Finka though on Team Nomads to patch them up. So yeah, right now Ella's still being very constipated to take out that shotgun and just start blasting away. Team Nomad right now is taking full control of server. While they do not have a hard breacher present currently, they may be getting one soon enough to, make a bit of a move as he's going from top floor. He's a bit of alone. He's alone, so if right now he gets pushed at the right time, he does seem to get challenged.
That's a deep frag. That's destroyed that there by charge. That's not great.
Yeah, and Future does take out
shotgun, here we go! Milan getting the kill onto Future. That's him removed off the board. Now it's down to a 3-on-2. With that great play with the shotgun. But 55 seconds left. They got to regroup. They got to rethink. And they got to get something going. They still have a thermite charge in hand. And Nomad, or Yana, sorry, will be able to try and get something going. Echo is going to hold this deep line of sight. He's going to move his Echo drones. They're going to relocate and they're going to try and disrupt this default plan. The smoke's back deep as well. They're going to do just that as well. Oh, it's not landed, and they managed to get the plan off. But Ella with a shotgun up close is unmatched as he will peek out, get that frag. As Lubo will try to get the trade off onto Rolo, left in a 1v2, and he's got to find his frags, but he's got to be very, very careful of that. Ella can't let him get too close. That is going to be the easiest kill of his life.
Yeah, Milan and his shotgun are ready to absolutely dominate. He took out the whole server squad with pace in the second of thought, and he almost takes out Lubu, but of course that is going to be a title for Hexam to claim, as he's going to be finishing it off. And right now Emrys are looking they're in an extremely comfortable spot. It may be a role switch, but they are 5-1 for their side, and it's attack. So they're looking like they are right now going to own on this map. And the second thing that I spotted after that role switch was Tachanka. So that's, yes, Tachanka, hot. So, yeah, round 7, going to a role switch. I just had a bit of a brain fart. So let's not mind that. And we're going to be seeing we're going to be seeing a very weird, a very interesting loadout. And so it seems like. So it seems like that Emrys right now are going with a actually Team Nomad, are going with a Tachanka Warden and Pulse combo. Not much wall denial, but there's still smoke for, all those types of things. And we can see Jaeger putting down a bulletproof to secure a bit more of Garrett's side. And right now, Future being extremely confident with a shotgun on close range. Of course, this is a side that you want to play very closely. You want to take it slow and steady, but not for Emrys. It doesn't seem like that they're gonna take that into consideration and just bust through that door and absolutely dominate. Yeah, action phase about to start in 3 seconds. It's really going to start going down, and everyone's gonna go ham. It's gonna be a bit of, I wouldn't say ranked match really, but yeah, we're just gonna have to see how this turns out, and there's gonna be a bit of a hold. There's gonna be a hold on open area with smoke playing there out of operators with the Jaeger combo. It's a bit of a weird mix-up. Maybe you'd want someone with a bit more medium to long-range guns on that site. But if he's feeling confident with the SMG-11, let him have it. As there's also the team Emrys is right now taking upstairs, so they're joining it all out, taking it as fast as possible. They don't want to waste too much time, as this yet again is a pretty big map.
Yeah, they've got to get a room clear done. They've got to get it done quickly if they want to have a lot of time on site to try and get some deep construction work going. See if they can find anything. There's no presence on top floor, so that's pretty much free, but they do have a pulse, and that's going to be interesting if they start to make their way in towards CEO. That pulse might test that. If it goes into tellers, could possibly spot that Yana on the stairs. So that's going to be very dangerous, and they are going to look to deal with that as Fink is going to head in towards hallway. Make her presence known by shooting on that camera, and the person on main stairs is going to flee downstairs. Just try and get out. Not a lot happening so far, but minute 30 left as things are going to start to heat up as Warden with the SMG-12 and the shotgun there is going to have to play very, very, very aggressively to try and get something going. But no one's going their way, so nothing is going to be coming from water.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, all players are still alive. I mean, ground is being taken pretty fairly quickly, and attackers are doing their job pretty well, but no lives have been taken or souls have been claimed yet. And it's 1 minute down the line, actually, below 1 minute it seems like, and it's still going to be a bit of a quick and pasty execute from what it seems like right now. And of course, Yodo still being in garage with 2 canisters. He can still waste a lot of time and gets taken out from garage by Diana, and that's going to be a bit more of a control over there. Going to be able to take off the second one. Right now, Ying trying to blind the pulse, but he's not going down without a fight. Kill. Emrys actually, Milan taken out. One, that's going to be 2 on Team Emrys side with a kill again. Of course, the Jaeger is getting a bit of a refract, and the Asbel right now taking out LeW. Libu finishing off another player, making down. It's going to be a 1-2 situation, 1v1 situation. It seemed like the other one did get revived, but of course Milan will not be allowing that to be down. There's going to be another run, making it match point for Team Emrys.
Yeah, they've, after a close tussle on Villa, Emrys have swept them so far on Bank, and it's looked good from them so far. Yeah, you need one more round on defense, one solid defense, and it's going to be Exec and CEO that they choose to have said solid defense to try and get something sorted. It's going to have to be a big play from Nomad to try and turn this around, but it almost feels like it's already a lost cause trying to get this map back, but it's never truly lost. 5 rounds, you go into overtime, and you got a chance to end in 2, but it's a long way to go. You've got a lot to do to get there, so 1 round at a time now for Nomad, but Emrys, they've got a lot of buffer to do pretty much whatever they want to try and get something done.
Yeah, Team Nomad has a big bench to seal up right now. With needing to win 5 rounds to even match up the score, it's going to be really tough as how Emrys has been playing this completely perfectly, I guess you could say. They've been absolutely dominating, it seems like. And even, of course, Asbo being the hot hand of the team, joined by Millen, they're both carrying in teams kind of like, and Yodo, on the other hand, is not doing as well. He's been top fragging in the previous round, but ever since that stopped, it seems like he's at the bottom. While that kills may not mean much from perspective of Siege, it still does count up to some point. And of course, them going upstairs, we're going to be seeing. We've actually not seen much upstairs gameplay. It's a bit more of a common sight. It's a bit more used, especially in ranked. And actually, Yodo and Accent separating a lot, it seems like, and getting a nasty one tap on Rolo. Yodo has had enough. He heard us casters and he said, "You know what? No, I'm not taking it." Decided to one tap the ace of the team, who's going to be a very important influence, especially being the main hard breacher. Still, Zero has a secondary hard breach gadget, but that will not be as useful as you do have to attach it. You don't need to stay a bit more safe. And Yodo got a bit aggressive, but it did work out extremely well with that one tap being nasty. And also, we see Yana taking some damage, but the W getting taken out. A sledge from lobby windows. They're on a rappel. They are all playing Spider-Man games right now. And Yoda with the second kill on Milan. He hurt us. He is going on a rest. Did not like the comment I made in this. Now he is absolutely enraged. We have 2 people repelled in lobby Finca. We do see a lot of rotations being cut as it's a full lobby banana take. It's not going to be Sledge. Actually, I did not expect that to work, but yeah, still, it's a bit of a strat, and it's a 4v2 for a Nomad, and the future taking out Asbel with us 4 being absolutely dominant right here. He's still playing in the elevator, pretty safe and sound, laying down, trying to take his time. And it seems like Hexan and Wooey will have to actually team up and do their best to even defeat a 4-man squad, with Yodo being on an absolute streak in future with the SMG-11 taking off Wooey. It's going to be a 4v1 for Team Emrys right now. Not looking the best. Maybe Nomad will start putting the weight a bit more. No one dropped elevator. Hexan trying to get that off of the smoke. Actually, the mute, not the smoke. In elevator, trying to get a nade kill. It doesn't succeed as much, takes off a bit of HP, but Mute is still standing there, not dropping for a single second, and Troy does finish it off, making it at 6-2 with Nomad. Now, yesterday, Team Nomad did get absolutely, not absolutely, I shouldn't say that. Team Nomad did get defeated. They got clutched on by Titanium. So maybe they'll be, maybe they'll switch it up, and maybe they will do that themselves today. It's 6-2, exactly how it was for them. And if they get 4 rounds back to back, or even 5, we're just gonna have to see that come.
Yep, now they've got to go to a less favorable site in open area, so it's gonna make their job a little bit harder. And this one trip up, and Emrys have map 2, so this is the crucial rounds now. How's your bottle, Nomad? Because every single round now is important. Can't make any mistakes. We're going to map 3. If you keep those mistakes to a minimum, in fact, 0 mistakes, and you get all the picks you need, and you play it right, and you end up in overtime and you win it, you go in the grand final. So it's the important few rounds for Nomad to see how they can play. Emrys, I feel like Emrys are confident. Emrys are confident they can get something going, and one round will go in their way, and I think 2. We'll have to see.
Yeah, for sure. It's a bit of a rough situation. How Team Nomad is, their confidence did get brought down a bit, and it doesn't seem like they were the best. And also, if you're seeing the bug where it says 4v5 on the screen, that, like mentioned, it is a bug. Don't mind that at all. It's still a 5v5, and no one did get team killed by accident, I hope, yet. And someone's holding open area, so it's going to be a bit difficult to take it, as actually Smoke does back off instantly, just trying to waste some time and some drones. And there's 2 people in open area ready to back him up on that point. With Castle and Bandit being there, maybe we'll be seeing a bit more of a C4 play. And actually, it seems like they're mostly focusing on Square right now, as they're going to be trying to take it out as fast as possible, as they should, even though it's a bit more an open area. But yeah, verticality still included, and everyone's ready to back that up. On defense, it's going to be a bit of a great fight right there. And Yoda does manage to take Asbo's life. That's going to be the Yana taken out. Of course, Jaeger being absolutely dominant. W taking a lot of damage. He very cornered, but Blue's there to help him from Master, and also taking out 2 people. Will he be able to pick off a third? It does. His HP doesn't be looking the best, but still helping him out. That's going to be help from all types of sides, and he does. Yoda does manage to get a second pick, and that's going to be a flawless for Nomad, making it to 3. Seems like I do apologize, Cookie. I did not want to cast the whole round right here, but it just kept on going in a ladder of intensity. I just couldn't stop. It took me in, grabbed me.
That's fine. Give me a chance to rest. Going into round number 10. God, my maths is terrible. Right? Yeah, 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basic arithmetic. Quality. Yeah. Basement again. Yeah. Not much to be said. Just gotta see what happens. Nomad, they've had a good comeback so far, but yeah, one step up, it's gonna fall. And Emrys got to keep their head and focus on getting that one round.
I feel like the preparation phase, sometimes casters could literally just be silent for the entire time.
Oh, I could be. I could take a nap. And no one would notice because everyone's just running around reinforcing stuff. It's
like, what are we supposed to give them the coordinates of what are the reinforcements? So right now, Warden on coordinates 0, 5, 3, 1. He seems to be reinforcing the left wall on Garrett.
I think everyone in the chat has enough knowledge in Siege to know what setups are, and all that kind of stuff. Don't need to explain any of that. Don't need to explain the defaults. So no point doing it. Just waiting around, waiting for something to happen.
Exactly, but yeah, that's what
I hope Emrys rush. I hope they full rush. Get us over and done with.
We all hope that, but the thing is, I mean, it would be extremely fun for us to cast, to watch, but at the end of the day, it's not as beneficial for the team. So they wanna win, we wanna watch. So they wanna prove to us that they can also be exciting, but just being good. And that's what these teams have been doing excellently for the past few rounds. And this setup is actually very interesting, as all walls are pretty much open from red to blue. And right now we have Yoda with an FMG9, which is a very interesting pick, especially if you want to play smoke, of course, flexing on us with a black eyes. They're going to be moving up into open area, holding it pretty steadily, being like a tank, I guess. Not movable as easy, but you have to put some force into it. Of course, Nate's being dropped in. Diana's right now alone, so if she gets taken out, no one will be there to refrag her. And the other attackers, could we actually check on what everyone else is pushing? Because I'm very interested. Diana is alone, and they're slowly starting to take upstairs. Okay, we see a bit of an upstairs take. Of course, that is necessary as open area does get cleared out easily, and lobby getting slowly recruited away from Team Nomad. It's still time wasting. Time waste is being done absolutely excellent, and they are doing a great job at it. And it seems like Team Nomad is in a very favorable position right now. They seem to be where they want to be. A good safe spot. Echo also being very useful upstairs. One of his did seem to get taken out, and open area is taken with the hatch being open. Very safe for Team Nomad. They're going to start to have a bit of a heavy rain of grenades fall upon them. Even maybe the Ying will be coming in clutch, and hard breach devices on Ying are going to be very useful as they don't have a Habana Ace or Thermite.
Yeah, now with a minute left, no kills coming out. Bit of damage on the Sedge, bit of damage on the Jaeger, but it's been a stalemate so far as Rolo's just trying to pre-fire in towards B site, trying to get something. No pick will come from him. Trying to find their footing, having to think about what they want to be doing. They've got hatches open. They can test a few of these areas. And they're just trying to find out what they can do, where they can push, what might give them the best foothold. Try and get one of these rounds as the incandelas will fly in towards gold, and very quick kills. 3 will come out there for the side of Team Nomad as the rest of the team of Emrys are trying to get something done and they can't do anything and they will fall. It's a flawless round again. It is 6-4, and Emrys are going to be calling a timeout. They need to regather their thoughts.
Cookie.
Yep.
It was two flawless rounds back to back by Team Nomad. They were 6-2, and both of the Team Nomad wins that happened from that moment were
Two
flawless.
flawless, yeah.
Two flawless, which is absolutely stunning. As yesterday, like mentioned, Team Nomad was up against 6-2, and they still managed to lose. So you know what? This day they've served it up, and they'll be taking on the same challenge. Maybe even coming back with a 4-round comeback. So Emrys is right now taking a bit of a tactical break, as they should, and they seem to be not in their best mood. They seem to be you want to talk things through, because getting clutched on like that is not what you want to see. It's not good for the team, and there's a lot of improvement that needs to happen after. So you want to take your max power to focus on not messing it up. So yeah, let's hope we do see Emrys uh clutch up one more round, as that's all they need. They need one round to win this, and for the past 3 rounds, it's been completely dominant by Team Nomad. So they seem to switch it up. They seem to get a bit more berserk and warmed up, as shown.
Yeah, we're going to get back into it. We're going to see a Flores. That's the first time this series we've seen a Flores. That's going to be interesting.
Very good. He's a strong operator. I think people don't ban him and use him because because he's not as viable and doesn't do everything as fast. But his utility usage is extremely strong. So I think he's a bit underrated from what it seems like. And
Loud typing noises.
just happened. Yeah. We one of our, I think, founders was not did not know that he was muted. So let's skip that and let's go back to the round. Let's actually see
Two
what's
rounds now.
happening.
It's 2 rounds for Nomad, and
Yes.
then they brought this to overtime, right? This is important now because they've had 2 great rounds so far. Emrys have just called the timeout. They need to get their head back in gear and try and sort something out. But yeah, Nomad are on the front foot right now, and yeah, it could go either way. Siege rounds,
could.
they're all isolated from each other, so it's interesting to see how anything can really happen. From round to round, nothing's ever assured. It's not like CSGO where you get basic 3 rounds on ecos and stuff like that. Every round is important, and these next 2 are probably very important for the series. Maybe who ends up going to the grand final.
Yeah, very true. I mean, like you said, it could go any way. Even Team Nomad could be down 2v5 against Emrys, and they could still clutch it up. It could really happen anytime and however. So it's really depending on how it's played out and how well it's coordinated. And right now, Heck being in a very, very good position, he could take out at least 2 players, and a lot of, I guess you could say, crosses are cancelled. And Asbo does actually cancel out Lebu and seems to take out the Jaeger of the team, which is not going to be very, very good, as Emrys did seem to take that chat and use it to their best. And of course, right now, Finka being in lobby, she's very close to being challenged from Banana right now by Yodo, who's also been not doing too bad in the past few rounds. He's been proving a lot better, and Asbo yet again taking out Le W, making it a 3v5 with a lot of ground being taken. But Fool does get taken out, and of course that's going to be refrags. Yodo on Fool, that's going to be a 2v3. It's going to be a bit better of a situation for Team Nomad, but not the best yet, as a lot of ground and crosses are taken. A lot of rotation is denied, especially from the window side.
Yeah, now with 50 seconds left, and Nomad are on the back foot, and they've got to find something, or Emrys are going to take this map. So they've got to find a foothold. It's not great as Yoto is left in a 1v3. He done it before. Can he do it again? Will he find a second? No, he won't. Emrys will take that kill, and that becomes 1-1 on the maps as we will head to Coastline for the decider. It's been a great match so far. It's been a back and forth match so far, but got one more stop. It's the sunny island of Coastline. We'll see if the players want a quick break, but I think we will take a quick break before we come back to Coastline. We will see you in a moment.
We will.
It's getting harder, you turn my heart up, throw me in water. I'm getting higher just to feel ya, cause I need to. No one knows it, heart is frozen from your poison. Taking the potion just to feel ya, cause I miss you. Oh my God, can't stop you like heroin. My love you got, there's no settlement. I can't pretend that we're nothing. Oh, I think I'm overdosing. I think that I think I'm overdosing. I think that I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. It's getting stronger, can't take no longer. Walking on fire. I'm getting higher just to feel ya, cause I need to. Feels like I'm burning a little bit more, just a little bit more now. Taking the potion just to feel ya, cause I need ya. Oh my God, can't stop you like heroin. My love you got, there's no settlement. I can't pretend that we're not meant. Oh, I think I'm overdosing. 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 It's getting stronger. I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. 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 I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing.
Get out of my path of destruction. Can't believe the damage I put you through. Realizing what I took for granted. Crazy to think I could deserve you. So I won't say what I don't mean anymore. No more. This is me trying to come clean a bit more. Bit more. If that means I'll be lonely, that's fine. That's fine. 'Cause when I'm yours again, I swear I'll do this right. Everything I said, all of my regret. Everything I did, we can't forget. If there's a chance that it's not too late, tell you I don't care how long it takes. How long it takes. Give me time, give me space. Maybe I could be something better. Give me time, give me space. Maybe I could be something.
And hello, welcome back. I hope you're still sitting here with your popcorn in your hand and ready for the last match of today between Team Nomad and Emrys Esports. Like the last two matches were both similarly close, and even Nomad almost pulling up with a clutch, making it a 2-0 for them. But the score is currently 1-1, so we're gonna have to see how Coastline does end up. So right now, Team Nomad is on attack, which is a bit more of a heavy frag map, meaning attackers do have
Bit more of a heavy frag map.
shush. Meaning it is a bit more attacker sided. Army's not in the position they want to be. And again, Nomad did warm up towards the end of Bang, so we're just gonna have to see how that works out.
Yeah, people are going to shoot each other and they're going to run around and it's going to be
Well,
fun.
thank you. We know. Now
Are you
we
ready
know.
for the technical insight of coastline?
Okay.
Are you ready for this? You ready? You shoot people.
Guns,
Coastline, baby. That's how you
gun.
win coastline. You just go run around and shoot people. Let's go.
It's a ranked
Easy,
match.
easy dubs.
But yeah, we should be starting as soon as possible. Um, all right, going into the match, we could probably expect that Cade and Thatcher are already out of the map ban, like not going to get banned because they're kind of useless. This is a frag heavy map, so we're gonna be probably assuming some Valkyrie, Finka, all those types. The heavy frag operators. Actually, I mean Valkyrie may not be as have frag heavy since her gun isn't the strongest, of course, but her utility is extremely useful and powerful against pretty much anyone.
Yeah, it'd be fun to see who gets banned. Jackal, shocker. That's him off the board.
Wait, is that he's been banned every single match, hasn't he?
Yeah, we don't like Jackal. We don't like
Nah.
Jackal here.
Third time in a row, and he's already out. Poor man, can't even be played. And actually, second operator, it seems to be Osa, which is
Right.
she's she's interesting. But last time they played her, they decided to put a shield on mid gunfight, and didn't end up the best. And also, Mirror getting taken off the board. It's gonna be very common for frag heavy operators. I mean, mostly utility is extremely useful on them, but even guns and fragmentation can be pretty astonishing on how you look at it.
Yeah, both the Spaniards gone again. That's unfortunate. And Valkyrie. Okay. So fairly standard bans.
Yeah,
Nothing special. But
nothing new.
no. Hopefully we get more fast-paced rounds and some quick rounds and some fun rounds. And, yeah,
You really don't want to talk in the preparation phase, do
I'm
you?
tired.
Okay, I'll take over then, and you get the rest while you have like a
I'm
minute.
running on fumes at the moment. So
Start
we're
sleeping. You have
we're getting through it.
yeah, one more match to go, and we should be able to do it without a doubt. Let's keep this up. We've
So
done
for
it, or
7-0.
we've done it for 2 hours. We're doing it again. But yeah, starting off in kitchen is going to be a bit of a take, and it seems like we do see Gridlock in action. Who has been a bit, and Gridlock is always useful to have, and we also have Janka instead of a little smoke for time waste. Tachanka does Smoke does have a bit of a easier take on his ability. You can pull it out quicker. You can throw it in. You do have to detonate it, and it can be shot. And the Tachanka does take up about 140 seconds. Is it around there?
No idea.
I think each of the his grenades are pretty much like 5 to 10 seconds around there, but pretty much a lot of time can be wasted without a doubt. 1 minute plus at least, and that means that if there's only one, I guess, unsecure area, and the attackers only have that, they're gonna have to move on pretty quickly, especially with the time waste, and of course Roamers being a bit more present than the previous match. It seemed like, and it's gonna be an off mistake from Yana right here, slowly going up into Aqua, and it seemed like she's alone, so no refrags will be actually present here, so not what you really want to see. And yeah, we're just gonna have to see how this all moves on and starts to close in on the defending side.
Yeah, just early drone presence coming out. Rooney will get spotted, unable to break the hatch with the punch. Get down there.
Ooh.
Nitrocell kill will take out Yoto, who, after 20 kills in the first map, we'll bring it up again, has had like 6 on bank, and so far this game he's had none. So it's been a sharp decline in his fragging ability, but hopefully Coastline will be much better for him. Not a great start, not gonna lie, but yeah, plenty more rounds yet to be played. So Rolo getting a little bit more aggressive on the the hatch. All that's really good there is some Gridlock track stingers will be present on the main stage just to cut off that rotation, and one of them's outside just to cover off the plants, I guess. Obviously that's a missed throw, which is unfortunate. Will we get the frag? No, he doesn't. Asbo just missing the kill as the hatch gets opened, and Gridlock with the slow movement that she has, just manages to gather away, and Asbo will fall as a reward for missing those shots. Now we're even at 4v4.
Yeah, we also saw Hibana take out Asbo, so he won't be. He was close to one, but not close enough, as LaW did manage to absolutely deny him of getting any. And Miller right now holding his ground in office, not destroying the drone, just being extremely careful about it, moving back. He seemed like to try and back off a bit, trying to get a random wallbang. It seemed like in him. Rolo are right now alone, a bit more off side, so there's only 2 people on site, so the attackers do play this well. They should be able to execute and plant if they do as well. If only ifs can be added and nothing else. No crits, no crosses. And yeah, Rolo starting to slowly push up into Sunrise. He does actually manage to sense someone being a bit more in the garden or in the middle part of the map. They're starting to drop slowly down on the defenders. It's going to start going down 2 frags. They're going to start dropping white flies. It's going to be really draggy right now as Labu does slowly start to go through the fire and the flames right now. Labu taken out and getting a refrag for his fellow friend, taking out Tachanka with it, so time waste is not. And there's 2 frags from Nomad with Rolo being taken out. The last, he has 3 more seconds to survive, and since the diffuser is dropped up, first round for Emrys, and Aruni finishing off the round, winning their first match or round on defense, of course. And yeah, that's going to be going into round 2. Right now, Nomad doesn't seem to be looking the best, as yet again, they did have a very good opportunity, but with the diffuser not being planted and no one being able to actually, the planter could have been protected, but they wanted to go for a frag. So Team Nomad did get a bit greedy from it, what it seemed like from our perspectives, and it did not end the way they wanted it to. Also, Yodo getting taken out very quickly with a C4 was not also viable, as the healer of the team was taken out fairly quickly.
Yeah, it wasn't a fantastic performance from Nomad. Looking to improve in this round. They'll have to contend with Kitchen again. They'll be having to contend with and Billiards. Much more standard sight, and that's we're going to have some presence in towards VIP.
Most definitely. Right now, prep phase is still in action and 9 seconds remaining. Melon right now just going through all his life choices. We do see a bit of an Oryx, so flank potentials are in case, and we do see also a drone in bad for them, so it's going to be a bit dangerous for them. Will we see a spawn peek? I think we will. How will he play? It's going to be a bit trying to get in the most safe position he can. He does back up, knowing that there's already people on him on the left. There was a very quick death right there to him, and Rolo not being the position what he wants. Maybe he can take a drone or 2 out, but very close with a headshot that he's starting to get some taken off of him, and then there is a Thunderbird. He can just go back and relax, and also Lubu not being the favorable position. Finka trying to take action quickly. There's a fight in Sunbar, and Lubu does become the loser of this fight. He could have taken out his secondary, but it did not seem to come to mind, as the Thunderbird does seem to win it, and most of her HP, it seems like. And a bit of an unfortunate turn of events, as one of the casters did manage to quick out, and we also see Rolo and gets refragged by Yodo in an instant. That is going to be a 3v4 for Team Nomad right now. They're looking to slowly push up first floor. Yodo is alone right now. No one there to refrag him, and someone still in Sunrise gets taken out by Yodo. And it's back to an even score. Team Nomad spread out completely, and so is Emrys. So it's going to be a bit of a 1v1 battle for each of these players for now, it seems like, as map control is being taken fairly quickly, and people are dropping. We do see the Oryx out of the game. Thunderbird not as important, but Oryx with the flank idea could have been very useful in the late round. At least still Tachanka is on the game to waste some time with the Malusi and Jaeger, so maybe they'll be able to work it out. The defense right now being in an extremely good position, as not much important spots are taken over by the attacking side. VIP taken over. Gridlock does manage to throw a weird tracks on Tachanka, but actually Milan taking out Yodo. That's going to 3v2 for Team Emrys right now. Tachanka actually almost burning himself, but and also getting swatted by the Gridlock Strax. Those were two gadgets, and also two gadgets of Gridlock getting taken out. Also, the rule being taken out. Tachanka is held from all sides, but has no option but to fight and use his utility. La W 2v2. It's just a trade-off for man advantage, it seemed like. And right now, we've seen going for a bit of a flank on Aqua. The W and both Troy are split up completely, and info is passed down to Chanka, ready to execute. He starts taking out the time with 25 seconds on the clock. The Chanka is going to be an excellent operator right now. Troy starts to go a bit more towards Hebana. She goes for a plant, which is not ideal since the Chanka is right now going for a full-on push, but he's managed to get team killed and at the same time take out the W, which is going to be a very good advantage. And Troy has managed to pick up the final battle and take out the Jaeger in Hoka, which is going to be very, very good for him. That is going to be first round for Nomad, making it 1-1 score. And of course, them being on the frag heavy map with a frag heavy side, it's going to be very essential, of course, for them to have a bit more, a round or two above Emrys before the role switch. Now, we are going to be having a bit of a timeout as one of the casters did disconnect. And let's try to reach a second one or another. And in the meanwhile, you'll be joined by me, Bob, your favorite. Not really, please. I don't want to say that again. But yeah. Uh, so that round was very interesting. It was a bit of a switch between man advantage and even out score. And yeah, we're gonna be going to a bit of a pause. All right, we're back, and we do apologize for a bit of a break. We just had a bit of an inconvenience. One of our casters did decide to alt out. We don't have. We're not gonna speak of that, but we do have our lovely side caster Rain here. So please do say hello to chat. I'm doing pretty fine. I'm happy that you joined me, that you decided to join me. So, yeah, we're gonna be continuing on this a bit of a adventure that Emrys and Team Nomad have right here. And the previous round, it was very interesting. So let's switch on to the third. We're going back into Hoka and I guess you could say pool. And of course, you know, it's a pretty default site. Everyone likes it, everyone uses it, but it's very hard to I guess take into consideration when you're being held from the roof, from Hoka, you know, windows. It's you have to protect a lot, and it's pretty hard to do so, especially with this being a frag-heavy map, and you know all that type of stuff. So it just makes it hard on the defenders. You gotta feel bad at sometimes.
Yeah, it looks like for the past round basically, Nomad has like came back from in terms of frags. They always manage to find a refrag and then make the players even, but then always Emrys finds another one, and then at the end just completely fumbled. We'll see if this round will continue like that way, or if Nomad managed to maybe find a pick. Louis gets lit up at the start.
Yeah.
Yodo and Lubu looking towards entering office. No one's really pressuring them on here, but they don't know of that. So all of you Future's just gonna be picked up by Fiofi. That's, as I said, the first pick for Emrys, and now we might see a refrag, and then we might see the same thing happening again, or Emrys just continue being on top.
Most definitely. I mean, yeah, right now, with Emrys getting the opening kill onto Team Nomad in round 3, it seems like time is not being wasted as much as it was before. Aqua is already taken out, and so seems Luggage, but there's still some roaming presence, you know. Emrys will not be letting that go to waste so quickly. It was a time waste and a pick for Team Nomad, so it seems like Team Nomad's in a very hefty position right now, and also Yup gets taken. It's going to be a very hard situation. Also, Lebu getting a refrag on, and that's going to still standing rising very high in Sunrise. It seems like they're looking at a very good pace. Time has been wasted nearly a minute and 45 to be exact. Emrys is right now, even in Sunrise, still open up without Lubu actually having a bit of an intel on it. He starts moving up, trying to go up to the Thunderbird and challenge her, but not even realizing there's going to be a gunfight in a matter of seconds. Right now, peeking away the last second on the challenger that's going to wearing Nigel. Right, triple kill from Fuwil. He absolutely managed to take on 2 people with 2 guns, and it was a gun for each of them. That went down really quickly, and it was actually very intense. And Troy right now pushing up into Hoka. It seems like he'll be challenged by the same type of people. The chunk is starting to waste time. He has enough of them and gets wall banged by Asbo. That is going to be another round right there for Team Emrys.
That was just huge from Fiofi. As he found these 2 pigs, that was the most important part for that round, because that was the reason they have won that round. I was gonna say, like, because if Lugu would have picked up Fiofi now, it would have been again the same that we saw the round before. We see a kill from Emrys, then we see a refrag from Nomad, and then we see the same again and over again. But here in that position, Fiofi just had this frag potential, and he pulled up to Lubu, picked up Lubu, and I think it was Yoti. Was it Yoti? Yotu?
I do believe so.
And he found those 2 players, and then it was only left to Troy, or not Troy. It was Troy on the gridlock. And in a 1v4 situation, you cannot really do much, especially when you have not much time left. So they would just see like how this map is basically laid out. So it's just really depending so much on fragability.
Yeah, most true. I mean, guns do come into consideration. Most of the angles you get taken up with are at least medium to long range. There's some spots where you have a small amount to deal with, so you have an SMG with a shotgun preferred, but you always want to have a gun that fits most situations. So, you know, but yeah, we're going to be going into the exit phase. It's a bit kitchen side, and we do see a dock and a Thunderbird. So I think, you know, Team Emrys, I do apologize, Emrys has been not looking too good. They did manage to win most of their most of their gunfights, but they always managed to get away with a scar or a pretty heavy damaging mistake, I guess you could say. Uh, but yeah, a Doc and a Thunderbird should be able to patch it up as Thunderbird take already some damage, and she got herself instantly healed up. I think that was her gadget, I believe, and Dog does get taken out, so that's going to be less heals for them. For a good shot from Team Nomad, aka Lebu, the absolute dominant player of this team, it seems like, with the most amount of frags. He's going to be moving down blue stairs, right? Taking out Cool Vibes, trying to take out, or Blue Bar, should I say, trying to take out any challenging. And we did see Thunderbird, actually Asbo's going into a gunfight right on garden or in lobby, taking some drop as some blood is getting dropped, and he does get downed, and No Doc is there to revive him. And from the outside, they're taking that W on the gunfight. To be taken out most of the players, and Millen right there is there to say no to Lebu pushing in. So he, from behind the bar, taking the challenge and finishing up the Zofia, who went on a bit of a rampage at the start. It's 1 minute and 30, and things are slowly starting to, push, squinch in onto Team Emrys. And right now, back to 3v3, making it even. That Tachinka does show his true power of a god. Start taking that LMG out in another way, I guess you could say, than just rotations. We're still playing a bit more verticality into Tachanka there to punish him on any type of accord. It's gonna, with 1 minute remaining, it's gonna start slowly happening down. Stuff is about to go down, as you could say.
Yeah, it's only the 1 minute remaining, and Nomad is still trying to look for some more angles on top, as with the sledge breaking the floor, the vertical play is coming out from him, but Lou is also trying to find a pick somewhere close, because if they can find a player outside of the site, they can go towards and go for the planned Fiofi, and Yoto is gonna trade. Milan is going out. It's a 2v2 situation now, as Troy is still on top, so he has to also manage to get now down. He drops the hatch, but Hexen does not know where exactly. Blue does not know where exactly where Hexen was, and now it's a 1v2 situation. Troy, as only person left, he has to find these 2 picks. He's stopped by the Tachanka, and Tachanka drop shots him with the LMG. That's something I have not seen for a very long while.
Yeah, I think he wanted to play a bit more of Call of Duty. It seems like he wanted to use that Black Ops 3 strategy right there, drop shotting the final person on Team Nomad. So it's 1-3 for Team Emirates. So I think Cray and Team Nomad is not in the situation want to be, especially because they're on the more preferred side, I guess, or the role. They have the upper hand.
Yeah, they do, because they getting the essential picks they need from the start of the round. I think 3 out of 4 rounds now they have been finding the first pick of the round, which is always important. If you it's most of the time is when you find the first pick of the round, you win the round. Because obviously the other team has to find another one, and then it's not an advantage, it's going back to even. So for Emrys obviously has the advantage currently, because they finding the first picks, which Nomad should work on doing. But I think as attackers, you're just trying to find more the way to the side. And as defenders, you're just trying to cut them off. And Emrys is doing that pretty well. So that is why the score stays 3-1 in favor of Emrys. But we will have to see, because we all know that this map is more like, I would say, attacker-sided. I wouldn't say really attacker-sided. I think it's more like, as an attacker, you have more the power to frag. As you don't have to defend something, you just can go fully towards it. But that's why the map is basically called attacker-sided. So it's pretty interesting how to see that Emrys is taking the lead here as defenders, and if they will be as dominant as they are on the defense here, on the attack, then I think this map is going to end in Emrys' favor. And Aspo knows exactly what nasty shot that was onto Yodo, and that is the think out. Yodo, which has been great in the first map, is now going 3-5, or in the last map he is going 6-8, I think. So he's not, he didn't really pick up the pace he had in the first game, which his team probably also need. As a fragger, as a thinker player with the LMG, you just need to be that fragger for the team. And from the operator picks we see, I think Lugo and Wayori are the main fraggers of the team. so they have to be the ones really pulling up. And as soon as I say Lubu and YD both are been taken out by Emrys, and that's what I said. They always, not always, but they found again the two first picks of the round, and that will probably be another Emrys round as they keep on the dominance.
Most definitely. I mean, going back to the topic you mentioned, it's very interesting how you said it. What Emrys has been doing and Team Nomad has not been is it may be a bit more frag heavy, and what you mentioned is considerably correct. But Emrys is taking advantage of this is their building, this is their site. You want to optimize it however you want, and use that little gap that Team Nomad puts in and just busting through and absolutely dominate. And since the top two fraggers have been taken out, and talking about taking out, Future has also taken out. Nomad trying to go on a bit. Troy trying to go on a bit of a rampage right now. Gets shut down by the god himself. Not with a drop shot, but close enough with a very nasty shot from Cade. Finding the opening pick on Yodo was very essential, as Yodo does have grenades, which are in meta, and a Finka, which is extremely strong. Now, Emrys being a bit more confident, it seems like they're going to be bringing out the Caveira and instantly switching.
I would have wished.
I was crossing my fingers. It would have been pretty interesting. Maybe an interrogation to be put into the match, but Aruni is still fine. And Troy right now, I'm assuming they're going to use the 6 pick that attackers have been given and switch off the Amaru, but you know, maybe he has a dream. Maybe he has a dream to go into Hoka with a shotgun, SMG-11, put that suppressor on and absolutely destroy. It could work out. Yet again, it's a 50-50, could go any way. But it's really up to how it's all played out, how it's timed, the positions. It's all a part of a plan. And yeah.
It's very interesting actually to now I completely forgot what I was about to say. No. It's really interesting that we have not seen a single Penthouse, a single Bar Gaming. No, Bar Blue Bar, but my bad. I was thinking about a different map. Bar Blue Bar side or a Penthouse side at all from Emrys. We are now in the 6th round, basically in the last round of their defense, and we've only seen Kitchen or Billiards. I mean, you can maybe say that they have probably probably not playing the map anymore, as the map is not in the map pool. And they don't really prepare on these matches. And we see Rolo just pushing out, but he doesn't find anyone. And that is the first pick of Nomad for the 2nd time in this game. And that might be a big, good advantage for them, because Rolo is a good fragger. He has been great in the last map. He has been great so far as well. And that is also Fiofi off the board. He's only down. He can be picked up. And he probably will, as Lugu does not know he's down. And he can just be normally picked up with no pressure. But back to the point, they've not went to Bar, they've not went to Penthouse. Pretty disappointing for me, because I would like to see a Bar defense. But maybe we'll see that from Nomad. And now Lu is just going into Aqua. They're going to start the plan now on the default spot. They have everyone placed in Aqua, and it's all about to go down for Nomad.
Yeah, Labu getting taken out right here by the hand of the one and only Asbo. He does actually make up for the previous teammate getting taken out, which was Rololo. He's a bit too confident, and the Legion does get, or the Gadget does get Troll, and Troy also taking out his 2nd pick, and Future finally wallbanging something. Troy with a 3rd pick on a pistol kills out Asbo, getting revenge for his fallen teammate. It's down to a 4v1 and a post-line situation with 41 seconds remaining. Milan only has a C4 and a Dream, and it seems like he will not have much choice as it's being held from everyone, and a Gridlock. Future on Aqua Balcony does manage to finish the job. That is going to be another round, actually the 3rd or 2nd round for Team Nomad, and we're going to be going into a role switch, and Asbo does request a tactical timeout, so Emrys do seem to want to, chill out. Tactical. Or I'm confused myself, but yeah, pretty much tactical timeout. 4-2 for Team Nomad. Maybe they can pull their weight like they did on Bank, or Emrys wants to, FPS issues. Yeah, we just have some, some hardware issues. You always want to take care of that, and In the meanwhile, let's actually go a bit more towards the loadouts. We're going to be going kitchen service. So, yeah, kitchen service, again, you've been disappointed yet again. I'm sorry, Rayan, but this is not going to be Blue Bar or Penthouse, which yesterday's match was actually a bit more different as first round on Clubhouse was Bar. Just a bit interesting, but yeah. So let's actually go over how the team is going, or everything is doing. Emrys right now did lose a player due to Rololo running out, so that was not the greatest plan, not the smartest or the brightest idea, and it did probably cost them the win.
It probably did, and as we're going into the role switch, Nomad is now going to be on the defense. Maybe defense is more favorable for them. We don't know. Maybe they're not as comfortable on attack on this map as they're on the defense. But for me, personally, it seems like it's more in the favor of Emrys, not because only of the scores, because how they play. And if they continue, as I said before, if they continue to play like this as they played on the defense and now on attack, they will 100% win the map.
Mm, most
And
definitely.
I think we can actually go into a quick break for the stream, as Aspo had to leave, so he's trying to fix his issue with his FPS. And then when he's back in the lobby and we're all set, then we can start back up.
Yeah. All right, welcome back, everyone. It was a bit of a tactical timeout, and we got the issues resolved, so we should be going back into the matches now. I hope the FPS should be fine, and I hope everyone should be on the board with everything and fine and dandy. And it's 2-4, and there was a bit of a roll switch also. Don't mind the bug on the screen, it's 4-5. It is clearly not. No team kills have been registered yet. But yeah, we're gonna be going into kitchen yet again. I'm sorry, Ryan. No penthouse, no blue bar.
Yep.
But
I mean, I can understand for the first round, maybe the second round. Okay, we probably will not see that, but I really hope we will see by the end of the map that we have seen at least a bar.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be interesting. It'd be something new, because this is turning out to be more of a generic map than Clubhouse. It seems to be more repetitive and more, casual. Like,
Yeah, it's like
to be
a.
honest,
No, sorry, go on.
yeah. I was gonna say we want to see new things and more interesting things on new maps that we don't see each day.
Yeah, it's more like it's always repeating the same side. It's always we're gonna go billiard, then we're gonna go kitchen, then we're gonna go billiard, and then if we lose, then we're gonna go again. It's mostly always the same because it feels like only two sides, but then we actually gonna see a push from Emrys into the kitchen, side to Chank. Actually gonna take on both. No way. This is just some gifted kills for Lou. He's getting put down to very low HP and actually gonna be taken out now. Rolo and Future actually find 2 as well as Future is off the board. And now it's a 3v2, no 3v1, corrected by Yodo, and Milan is the last player alive. That push didn't really went well for Emrys, and the round has been won by Nomad. So I think they expected something else from that double push on the window, but Louis just completely got them both with the LMG. I think if there would be any player with any other gun than this LMG, they would have at least lost one player. But no, it's just Lou of the Tanchank LMG.
Yeah, I mean, before we do continue, Brian, please do check your DMs. And of course, with that was a very quick match. Everything went down in an instant, and Tachanka show his power in full and absolutely use that LMG to the full. Of course, the damage being completely insane on it. The fire rate not as much, but we don't forget damage can count a lot in these situations. And it meant to be a rush, but everything went down instantly. There was a bit of a refrag value there from Team Emrys, but it didn't seem to work out as well as they planned it to. And Team Nomad do seem to be, coming back with a bit more strength, a bit more power. And yet again, like on Bang, they seem to be making a bit of a comeback, making it possible that we'll be seeing a Titanium versus Emrys match. And yeah, so let's just hope we do see something like that. Let's see if Team Nomad can, strike back, clap back with the backhand, not allowing themselves to be so frustrated and not to have such a bad pass. But yeah. We'll be going into the round 8. It's 3-4. It's not too bad. It doesn't seem like any teams is messing up as much. And of course, with that being in the thought, we should be actually going on into the prep phase. 20 seconds in. But yeah, what do you think, Ryan?
As you just mentioned, I just really want to go back onto that about the grand final. Obviously, I think we've mentioned it a few times this game. The winner of this match is actually going to go to the grand final against Titanium Esports, which both teams have played against each other in the playoffs so far. Both teams have lost against them. So I think this match is probably the most even match in the playoffs so far. We've seen a 7-5, we've seen a 7-4 on the first two, and now it's a 3-4, so it's also very, very, very close on these two teams. Lugo actually going to find the first on the Fiofi, and that's just great for Nomad right now, because they find now, as soon as I said, they have to find the picks. They started doing it. They started doing it for the past 2 rounds, and now they're doing it again, finding the first pick of the round, which is so important, and which manages to give them a little advantage for the rest of the round, because it's mostly always one pick, and then for the next 30 seconds nothing's gonna happen, and then it's another pick. So as we see right now, there's nothing happening for the next 30 seconds, and now just Nomad has to probably play a bit more passive. They just need to wait for Emrys, because Emrys are the attackers. They have to come to them, and they have to take the side. And Yodo is just doing it perfectly. He's just waiting for Rolo to enter. Just they have to go through that door. Actually, Hexen's gonna win the gunfight, and that is gonna be Yodo taken out. But Asper on the other side has been taken out as well. So it's back to a man advantage to Nomad.
Yeah, it was 5v3 and instantly got switched over by the Buck, taking matters into his own hands, and Yodo tried using the tactic, wasting as much time as possible, even waiting out for the attackers to come to him, but that didn't work out, as Troy actually does take out Milla, and that's gonna a bit of a hefty situation, as Troy's in bathroom right now with the diffuser, so they're gonna have to push him. It's gonna be all or nothing, or they're just gonna have to go for a complete rush of kills, and that's gonna be a triple kill from Troy himself, and the Buck is right now left alone of Troy in Master, right now getting pushed from 90, it seems like, and right now with everything in hand, he's completely surrounded and has not much of an option, as the tank is starting to burn him, and someone is on 9. I don't think Hexon realizes as much as he slowly starts to push towards the diffuser, not going for it actually, deciding to go for frag all. And he almost takes out the W, the only Tachanka, and the team currently did not succeed as wanted. And that's going to be a kill from Future onto the Buck, and that's going to be finishing up rounds for Team Nomad yet again. What a very fascinating type of play, and we should be actually going on to a 4-4 split. So we're going to be going on to round 9 with an even score, and Team Nomad winning 2 rounds on defense back to back, which is very interesting. Yet again, it should be they seem to be doing better on defense than attack, which is actually quite fascinating.
Yeah, this is exactly what I said before. Nomad probably is not as comfortable on the attack as they are on the defense, and obviously they are more comfortable on the defense because I don't think really Emrys is just not as good on the attack. I think just Nomad is just way more better on the defense as they are on attack. So, and finally we see it here. We see a bar. We see a blue bar.
We do.
Sunrise blue bar. And what we most definitely will see, yeah, is the setup already with the castle, with the Jaeger, with the smoke. There's going to be probably a shield in the corner with 2 ADSs and a castle barricade to avoid any push from that entry on Sunrise. And then we have some feed holes on blue bar for the entire garden. It's just very like common setup, always on coastline. We probably will not see anything else. I mean, sometimes of course, but most times in especially T4, you will see these kind of setups with the feed holes, with the corner on the Sunrise on the couch, and all this. Future finds the first kill of the round onto the door, and it's such a cheeky kill, such a cheeky kill, and it's the Nomad out. Nomad, pretty important player for this map. He can cut off so many rotations. He can cut off so many flanks for the attackers against the defenders, but this will not work anymore. Now we see the next gun by Fiofi being taken out by Lubu, and now it's turning everything into Emrys's, not into Emrys's, into Nomad's favor, and it's another for Lubu. What a flick onto Hexen, and not even the Dokubi call can help him in there. He just has to shut down his phone here, and it is a 5v2, and this is perfect for Nomad right now, as they are taking the first picks, as they're coming back from round to round, and now they cannot be too greedy here. They cannot take on the kills, start searching for kills, because they have a 2-man advantage. They everything is in their favor for this round at least, so they just need to be a bit calm down and don't lose players just like this, because this was unnecessary. No ability to refrag, and just a Wamai been taken out, and now a 3v2 situation. They just need to see, they need to make sure that they really not overreact now and start looking for kills again. Like this is exactly what I mean. It's again Asper with another one on the Future, and it's a 2v2. It came from a 5v2 to a 2v2, and this is the ability from Emrys to find those refrags. And now we have Yodo shutting down Asper finally, and it's only Milan being left alone in a 1v2 situation. He's still not in the building, and he has to make sure to in the last minute to find those 2 refrags.
Yeah, I mean, right now with 50 seconds on the clock, smokes are being brought out, and Nomad had an absolute great start with Emrys shutting it down for a bit, but Yodo not allowing such things to, and his ADS is fully protecting him. Smoke did not actually take out that actually any damage, and Yodo does seem to almost take out the Milan, but not being able to be successful at it. Milan starts to switch it up. He does do the same thing and gets taken out by Yodo, the MVP, and bringing out the W. Team Nomad. For the past few rounds, he's been doing absolutely great. It seems like even that black eye is proving his worth right there, and this is going to be the 5th round on Team Nomad. Going to be moving up again into kitchen service. It's okay, no penthouse, sadly. But at least we saw Blue Bar, which is a very interesting sight, and they still played it out perfectly, with, of course, Lubu upstairs bringing out the W in his name for a 2K and some time waste with the Oryx MP. It's not an MP5, but I'll call it an MP5. And, of course, yeah, it's going to be a bit of an uprising for Team Nomad. Emrys starting to lay on the low a bit more, and Tachanka's still being brought out. You gotta love it. Tachanka's a very useful operator, a bit more, a bit more, I guess, complicated than Smoke, but a lot more useful when used correctly. Of course, right now we have not seen Thatcher actually, because you may think of Thatcher as an extremely good operator, and it's always good to have him, of course. But he could have been used right now in Blue Bar. He could have been used in Penthouse, but of course, Penthouse was not there to support it. And yeah, going into the prep phase, we have 20 seconds still remaining. And I do believe last time the first pick in the Nomad that was picked up was that a spawn peak.
It was a spawn peak on the main door.
It was very nasty, and it actually managed to even change out the outcome as actually flanks were fully in the availability right there. And even if they were not present, they could have still happened, and just one operator off the board, and it can change the full outcome. Now, what I don't like from Emrys, their attacker loadout is good, but let's say the ace does die. Now, ace is not important for breaches, but for freezer and black boxes, or whatever you want to call the part of a kitchen entrance, you do want to breach that part because it's very important. It cuts off a lot of rotation, and right now they're just going to be slowly taking the the upper floor, which you may want to see a bit more of Penthouse and Blue Bar, but I want to see Fuse. He is my favorite, absolute favorite, or the top 5 operator, and I absolutely adore Fuse because just because of the hellfire he rains upon you. And yeah, we're gonna be looking a bit more into how second floor starts being taken and defended by the defending, aka Team Nomad.
They're just trying to clear the top floor right now, but still, Nomad is trying to hold it as long as possible and as good as possible, and to avoid the players getting this control so early in the round. And they've been doing a pretty good job for now 1 minute and 20 seconds. If they would stay another 40 seconds on the top floor to avoid that push from Emrys, it would be absolutely perfect, because then Emrys would have limited time to make sure to play vertical, find the picks below, get the plan down, and now it's just Future is just alone here in theater and trying to find any picks, or actually avoiding to find to get picked off, but Hexen shuts him down. 1 minute 8 seconds, which is fair enough. It's pretty good actually for Nomad. They lost 1 player, but now they only starting to play vertical. And I think Hexen didn't want to drop here. He just accidentally dropped on the hatch as he wanted to place the ace charge, and that is a refrag from Yodo, and that is also the hot breacher out of the game.
I mean, hard breacher is pretty important at the start of the game, at least to the middle part, and he did get taken out at late, where his... Of course, Oryx right now getting drawn out and taken out instantly.
Oh my.
It's been a bit of a double kill, and there's only 1 player left, and Boy right now on... He's in a very bad situation, the lobby being held from the outside by a Nomad that does not carry the diffuser, so he's trying to protect the diffuser in lobby right now with all of his might, but it doesn't seem to be working as he gets flashed and pushed from all sides. The Sludge on main stairs, he's not the diffuser has been picked up, and he gets headshot from behind by the Sludge. That is going to be a win of the round for Team Emrys. Now, it's going to be 5-5, so these teams are absolutely matched, it seems like. It's going to be hard to see who wins with the outcome. It's going to be 5-5, 6-6, 7-7, and then...
There can only be one winner today. Only one of the teams can go to the grand final, and I think it doesn't matter how this match goes out. It doesn't matter who wins now. I think we've seen a really, really great game so far. The first map was great. Really, I think the first map was so far the most interesting map. I think maybe because everyone had the most energy in that map was the first map, obviously. Then second map was at the first few rounds really dominant from Emrys, and then Nomad just trying to fight back from a 6-2, I think 6-1. Something like that. 6-2. And they managed to fight back a little bit to the 4th round, and the Emrys closes it out. And now we also have seen a really, really good game so far. We have seen here 3 rounds in a row for Emrys, and then 4 rounds in a row from Nomads. So it doesn't matter how this match goes out. It doesn't matter what happens next. It has been a great game. It has been a good night for all of us, for the viewers, for us, for us as casters. And yeah, coming back to the game, I think this round, round 11, will be the most important round out of all, because whoever wins this round has a big advantage.
Yeah.
Whoever loses this round has to really fight back a lot, because they have to win 2 rounds in a row after this, and the winner only needs to find the one last round to manage to win. So even if this is not match point, I think the teams really need to straighten up here, and can't like make some small mistakes as Nomad did when losing players really unnecessary. Like here, Yoda is really playing with fire, and he's doing the right decision. He's falling back instead of taking the gunfight, because there were 3 people on him, and he most likely would have lost that, and there would have been 1 player down. Now it's still 5-5, but he still tries to find that pick, which is just really good for, especially for an entry fragger. This is what an entry fragger has to do. He has to find the picks no matter what, and we just really have to look to see who can find this first pick of the round, because that will be so important.
I mean, whoever wins this match is going to put the other team in a very uncomfortable, as if let's say Team Emrys does win this match, Team Nomad will have to fight for all or nothing in the next round. So it's going to be very stressful for them to be put in that situation. Now talking about that, 2 people in Emrys get instantly taken out. Hasbro does get revived, dropped by Troy, and of course Finka being taken out of the game. No more HP revives, and it's a bit of a refrag for Lebu. It's a double refrag on him, and that's going to be a 4v3. Nomad HP not as favored, but better than nothing. So Lyra, Rolo, and Buck and Sophia both on first floor, a bit stuck, a bit captured. It seemed like gelled at the time, and also Milan taking out Yodo with a stun/grenade. It's going to be a very interesting kill. We have kills that were about, I guess, utility and gadgets, which is not mostly mentioned. And Future taking out Milan for that refrag, taking heavy damage. LW is not in the best position. Same with Buck right here, and Tachanka does get taken out. That's not going to be much time wastage with 38 seconds on the clock. Troy does manage to get a bit of a to get his 3rd pick and gets taken out by Rolo. It's going to be a 1v1 situation. Plant, really the wall bang. Future is right here to deny any type of plant. He gets off, takes no damage, and is ready to challenge, trying to go for a post-plant situation. He almost sees him, but doesn't chance. It's going to be extremely close. And Mute almost killing Rolo. Extremely close, but not close enough. Starts mostly with a shotgun. It does manage to make it Nomad's match point win.
Beautiful.
That's gonna be one more, and Emrys right now, if they lose, it is all going to be for nothing.
Oh my, that was like a final round already. The teams really fought. It was a 3-3. It was a 3-2. It was a 2-2. It was a 2-1. It was a 1-1.
Eye for eye.
And at the end, no one was coming out on top. And now we see again for the last round. I think that's a beautiful last round for that. For the side that has been picked. Blue Bar Sunrise as the last round. We see a castle again. On the side of Nomad. We see a smoke, and we see the Jaeger again. So the only change from the last time they played Blue is the Oryx, but the Oryx have turned out well for them so far. And Troy, who has been for the past few maps, for the past 2 maps, not really noticeable, I would say. He has now 13 kills, which is a lot, which has definitely brought Emrys, which definitely has brought Emrys down. And now we are going to be all excited to see what's going to happen in the last map. I think my prediction right now is that Nomad is going to take this map, but I will not say anything for sure, because in this game everything is possible. We might even see an overtime here. We might even go to the last round of overtime. We might even see the full 15 rounds that are possible, or we might just see the game being closed out and Team Nomad going to the grand final, heading back to Titanium again. So this will be a very interesting map. We'll see maybe a slight rush on Office. not really vertical play.
Finka already rushing in actually into lobby, being extremely quick, not knowing there's someone right in front of her taking out Future, rather that castle out of the game. Finka's taking no corpses, no souls, no one with her, and she's going to take all the time for herself. With of course Lubu not doing as great as he did last game. He has not gotten into any gunfights, which doesn't the best thing for an Oryx. And of course, right now, Office is completely taken, and so is server side. It seems like Team Emrys right now is in a pretty comfortable position as Zofia starts pushing in with Sledge a bit more into blue bar. It's a bit of a rush, and upstairs also being drawn by Yana. It's going to get challenged really quickly, and that's going to be a gunfight appearing, it seems like, between the Smoke and the Zofia. Now, of course, this going down, Aspo is right now on blues, or cool vibes as you call it, trying to challenge second floor, and no room presence seems to be around his side. But there is someone on penthouse, and of course it's still a 4v5 and actually a 4v4, as Lubu doesn't manage to take out the Finka who went on a rampage, not allowing anything like that to pass through. And it's going to be a bit of a refrag, and the nades are going to drop in, and Lil W does take a bit of damage, but Sledge is actually right. Sledge in sight with a gun ready to pull that trigger on anyone daring to pose him. He's on site, and I don't think anyone realizes it, as Nomad is trying to get to him quickly with the Dokkaebi to pull defuse. So if this Dokkaebi does get dropped, that is going to do the diffuser in the lobby. In a very bad position. If they don't, the last 50 seconds, they're going to lose, and LW gets taken out. That's going to be the smoke out of the game. Troy playing upstairs for the diffuser. It gets taken out. And lobby, and also the Ana. He does whip some shots on the Ana. It's a 1v3. For Labu, will he be able to pull it out? Almost taking the headshot, but not quite. Yeah, Troy missing those shots was very unfortunate. And right now with 30 seconds, it's getting very stressful. I can't stop talking. Just taking me in instantly. They're all holding the same. Labu not even realizing that if he goes here, he will probably get shot. Taking out the Yana. It's actually this 1v2 with 30 seconds for the plant. Around 10 to 12. English is hard. Going around, trying to see any more picks if they can get taken out. He's going to be going for the defuse, but Nomad doesn't seem to allow it as much. Trying to go for flashes. Will he be able to secure it? He does not, as the footholds do seem to go up against him. And Emrys will be securing a bit less of a chance of a loss.
Oh my god. What a round. That was really intense. I think I'm even sweating than some of the players, even more sweating than some of the players that are playing right now. We see overtime. We go to another hooker billiards, but I think this is really much in favor of Nomad, as they have picked the attack. Yeah, they have picked the attack, so they are going to start on defense on overtime, which is probably in their favor actually right now, as they have done on the defense side way better than attack. I think if they would start on attack, it would be more stressful for them. And yeah, we've seen hooker being sometimes sided for Emrys, sometimes sided for Nomad, but overall Nomad is in favor slightly.
Not fully, but just a bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, Emrys did manage to pull out the last victory on Blue Bar. It was a bit unfortunate. If Troy hit those shots on Yana, I think they would have won, because the diffuser was on her. It was all on his shoulder, and he did not manage to pick it up. And also the drone. Can we get an F in chat for that drone? And it was a bit sad to see it all fall away. But it's gonna be a lot of roam presence right here. Future and Tachanka being alone, if they get rushed, it's going to be very hard to defend. And right now, Emrys, let's see what they're actually scheming against Team Nomad, as we want to see a bit of a push from main, and we do so. But it's a split push for main and ruins. So they're going to take Aqua, they're going to take luggage, they're going to take all that type of stuff. And, you know, they're just going to pull out with any type of things they can. So yeah, Tachanka still playing a bit more verticality and a Dokkaebi in play. It's gonna be very informative. on the defensive side, actually on the attacking side, if a character does die, but actually the Nomad yet again, the first victim of the day is getting taken out, and Lebu also taken out. Hexen, it's gonna be the Yana and the Nomad, so actually flanks are now allowed, and so is less intel. Lebu still holding his ground in Sunrise. He can shoot the wall and maybe get a pick off. This is looking extremely good for Team Nomad, and I could not say the same for Emrys.
For Emrys, it really is now looking not too good. They are in a two-man disadvantage, but we've seen Emrys also coming back from a three-man disadvantage, but this is now a four-man disadvantage, as Asbo is the last one alive. He can do amazing things with that DMR, and he does find the first one on Yodo, and does find the second one. And I've seen Asbo coming back from a three-man disadvantage before in this map, so this map is still not over. This round is still not over, as Asbo can still bring it back. He has 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining now, and he still has 3 players in front of him. He has the diffuser in hand, so maybe he can start also, if he finds another 2, start a fake plant and maybe confuse him, but there's still so much to go for him. He has to go somewhere through this. He's blinded himself now, and Future finished him off, and it's now match point overtime for Team Nomad. And as you said before, it really is now all or nothing for Emrys.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's gonna be round 14, overtime match point, with the scores being Team Nomad 7, Emrys 6. If Nomad starts actually doing and performing extremely good on attack this one round, if they pull it together, this is going to be their victory, and they will be able to have another rematch with Titanium Esports yesterday, who performed extremely well and even made a 6-2 comeback, which was extremely off-putting, but we also love to see it. So, Team Nomad does want to have another chance to redeem themselves, which is also reasonable. So let's see how this all plays out. And
let's not forget that Emrys also has another chance to redeem themselves, as they also lost in the upper bracket against Titanium 2-0. So both teams have still something open against Titanium. So they both obviously want to get into the grand final. They both obviously want to take revenge on the Titanium. Maybe one team more than the other. But Titanium was the reason that Emrys went to the lower bracket. So let's not forget about that. But Nomad is looking good right now. Nomad just has to be as good on the attacking round as they were on the defenses. But we'll see how that goes. We see a kitchen side. We see not too much split up from Emrys. They're pretty much close together. There's one player in Sunrise, one player in Blueba, and one player in Server. But actually now we see a bit more roaming. Or maybe Emrys doesn't want to be too aggressive, of course. They want to be a bit more patient. They want to have the angles held and not running into the enemy's arms, as it's literally all or nothing.
it is. I mean, time is wasted, and Nomad's first up. Two characters get taken out. That's Lebu and Yoda out of the match. That is not what you want for a Finka and a Nuke. Both of those fraggers getting taken out quickly is going to be looking extremely bad, as they've been performing the best out of, besides Troy, of course, and Rolo getting challenged. Some of them taking some damage, but of course Thunderbird is there to back him up. Right now, Team Nomad with the clock ticking down. They are looking extremely weak and not being able much to do, but just vertically play off and maybe get a pick or two or get picked off themselves. It's going to be counting down extremely quickly, and all of them being upstairs, and although there is a gridlock in place, so it's not much of a chance to get flanked, it's still extremely heavily, and Rolo again taking a Future. That's going to be the gridlock, and LW taking a gunfight away from the sledge. With the diffuser outside, she's going to be picked from the Maestro really quickly, as he's being a bit of a sneaky snake on that door on kitchen servers. Right now, it's looking extremely bad for Team Nomad. And yeah, Rolo with the triple pick, the triple kill, absolutely dominating with teams like this match. And so does Troy. That is going to be Tachanka finishing up the round. It's going to be going into the last match, 7-7. It's going to be all or nothing. And Team Nomad has been doing excellent. Both of these teams have been doing extremely good on defense. So we're just going to have to see which one can do it better.
It is the last round. It is the 15th round. As you maybe can tell, I'm a bit tired, but I'm still here. I'm still with my mind, with my brain still here, because I'm still as tired as I am. I'm still very excited for this match, and I think everyone should be as well. We see Blue Bond Sunrise once again from Nomad. They are comfortable. They are confident that they will win the same side again against Emrys. But Emrys, they have like an indicator of what Nomad is trying to do for this last round, because they have obviously lost it 2 rounds ago, and they saw that they got picked up pretty heavily. So maybe they try something else. We obviously see a Nomad coming out from us, but that might be a bit lurking from him to find a first pick. But at the end, I think this round will not even last long. I think this round will be going down pretty quickly, as it always is on Coastline. But we cannot forget, it is the last round. It's for both teams now. Not only for Emrys, it's now for both teams, all or nothing. If you win, you go to the grand final. If you lose, you're only the third place of the league stage. You still win the money for the third place, but obviously, what is better, winning the third place or going to the grand final with the chance of going to be the first and the champion of EOL Season 3 and the minor?
Yeah, it's extremely stressful right now, because both of them have a huge chance to win EOL right now. So whoever can do it, and Yodo was actually very close to picking off someone with barricade shot, and it was close, but not close enough. He's getting in bad areas as stuff is going down slowly, and lobby is getting pushed already. Yodo's there to challenge it, but not playing too aggressively, as you never taking out the drone.
And
Lubu, we love to see it. The Chad Oryx player himself does get the first pick onto the Finca, which is going to be a very important operator. So HP health, or whatever you want to call it, revival can go bye-bye for Team Emrys right now, as they're in a bad situation, as a minute has already passed, and with the progress they have, it doesn't seem to be affecting Team Nomad much, but it's just really, it's a bit of a corner push. It seems like they're being pushed, and of course Yodo again taking out Rolo. It's still possible for Team Emrys right now to make a bit of a comeback, but they just need to play their cards correctly. They need to push correctly, do it together, and have it all in a very good sketch. I guess I'll say it like that.
it is 2-man disadvantage for Emrys, so it's not looking too good, but it's still not impossible, as here Accent finds the first one onto Troy. He reduces the damage they can do a little bit, and we might be able to still see Emrys coming back. And yes, Asbo finding the pick onto Lubu, who has been so strong on the entire series, but this will be the last round of Lubu. Lubu cannot participate in any of these games anymore. And now, 1 minute remaining, 60 seconds on the clock, and we have the last minute going for this match of the loser bracket final in the third map. Yodo is still trying to hold the position here in office. He has a huge position. He just needs to stay strong on here, or if he needs to fall back, then he kind of has to. But the window is open. I was kind of concerned about that. But the nade is going out, and it's gonna hit him. Hexen finds him, and Hexen turned the game completely for him. It's now Future and Lou in the last round. 20 seconds remaining. What is going to happen next? Milan with the diffuser in hand. He has to plant. Lou's getting damaged so much in this 1v3 situation. Emrys actually managed to come back so much, and now, no, it is Emrys taking the map, and it's Emrys taking it to the grand final, beating Nomad, kicking Nomad out of this league stage. It was absolutely phenomenal 3 maps from Emrys, from the Nomad, and we had fun, and wow.
One round, and we could have seen a rematch like yesterday. It was extremely close, but not close enough for Team Nomad, as they did decide to not finish it up correctly. And Emrys did manage to use their advantages to the fullest, and of course managed to win the finals in the losers bracket. So they're going to be going up against Team Titanium again, and probably claiming that victory. But Titanium is still holding up strong, so we're going to have to see an extremely close. Even if this battle was close, we're going to have to see something that's even closer and a bit more interesting from side to side, and it's going to be very nice to catch from us. Now, can I ask, Ryan, are we going to be getting a interview?
I hope so. We're just trying to see if any Emrys players are all down for an interview. I hope so, because I would like to know the emotions right now of Emrys, what they're going through, if it really was that phenomenal for them, or if it was just expected. But I don't think it was expected for anyone today. That this match would have been so good as it was. So we will probably go on a quick break. See if anyone will go for an interview. If not, we will still come back for you guys in a few minutes, and then we'll go over the most important parts, and then we'll see you any second.
But
Get out of my path of destruction. Can't believe the damage I put you through. Realizing what I took for granted. Crazy to think I could deserve you. So I won't say what I don't mean no more, no more. This is me trying to come clean a bit more, bit more. If that means I'll be lonely, that's fine, that's fine. 'Cause when I'm yours again, I swear I'll do this right. Everything I said, all of my regret. Everything I did, we can't forget. But if there's a chance that it's not too late, tell you I don't care how long it takes, how long it takes. Give me time, give me space. Maybe I could be something better. Give me time, give me space. Maybe I could be something better. It's for you, it's for me. Maybe I could be someone better. Give me time, give me space. Maybe I could be something better. It's for you, it's for me. Maybe I could be something better. Meet me when I'm past transformation. Promise I'll be taller and someone you could trust, in someone you could put your faith in, even when the skies aren't clear. So I won't say what I don't mean no more, no more. This is me trying to come clean a bit more, bit more. If that means I'll be lonely, that's fine, that's fine. 'Cause when I'm yours again, I swear I'll do it right. Everything I said, all of my regrets. Everything I did, no, you can't forget. But if there's a chance that it's not too late, tell you I don't care how long it takes, how long it takes. Give me time, give me space. Maybe I could be
All right, we're back after the break, and that was a very interesting match, it seems like. And, you know, the winner did come out to be Emrys, which was very unexpected, but they're going to be going into the grand finals. And we are joined here by Millen and Asbo, the players of the team, and we're going to be asking them some questions. So please do say hello to chat.
Hello, what's up?
What's up? How we doing?
Very nice. We do love to see it. So let's start off like about confidence. You now are going to get into the grand finals against Titanium Esports, which you've faced off already and lost. So how confident are you about winning that?
Very confident. Mate,
Very confident.
we've got literally nothing to play for. Their reputation's on the line. Like, they've beat us a couple of times. They're gonna think this is an easy game. Obviously, if they've watched the game today, they know we're not gonna be beaten easily. We bounced back from the first map after we kind of threw it away. So yeah, we've definitely got it in the locker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely. And you were having a huge lead at the start of the match in Coastline, and when they came back around, did the confidence go down? And you also used a technical timeout for that. So how was it on that side?
I don't think it was a confidence. It was just kind of more getting everyone playing together. Because when we went on the attack, we started taking fights that weren't really advantageous to us. We were taking 1v1s without refrag potential. We kind of took a pause, kind of had a talk, and we were like, right, let's kind of get it together. We need to be kind of pushing a lot more effectively and like actually stopping the Oryx, because as you probably seen, he was causing a lot of problems.
Most definitely. I have one more question. Last round, you were down 5-3, so 3 players against 5, and you still managed to actually clutch it up. So, how did that go? How was the hype, I guess you could say?
I'll let Milan say.
My mom wasn't too happy for one. Yeah, I, to be honest, wasn't expecting to take that last round, and then the Nook pick on Asbo turns it around. That was crazy.
Yeah, we weren't really too concerned when we went 5v3 down, because we were in decent positions. We had good inform where they were, so like we just need to be confident in our aim at that point. When you've got information and you've got confidence, then you can bring that kind of any rounds really.
Yeah, most definitely. Ryan, do you have anything to ask?
Yeah, I actually have a question about the first map. So basically, after going into the second map, after losing to Nomad on the first map, which was actually very, very, very close, from a 7-5, whether like anything was like, okay, like the confidence, or not the confidence, maybe the emotions or the mental is a bit going down, or was it like, we lost the first map, leave that to the side, we're gonna go to the second, we're gonna win that, we're gonna win the third map, and we're gonna go to grand finals? What was this the mind process the entire time, or was it like, or mental is a bit down now for after this first map?
Not at all. Banks, this map we've probably scrimmed the most lately. We've put a lot of time into our strategies on there, how to attack and stuff. And we had a rocky start against Titanium, losing it quite heavily, but we learned from our mistakes there, and then won it yesterday against Guardians, so we were confident to play it again today, and yeah.
Yeah, definitely. In regards to losing that first map, it was that round where it was a 3v1 and the Jaeger clutched it up. We kind of lost mental at that point. We kind of lost the map at that point. We knew that at that point. After that round went lost, we were done. So we just kind of moved on from that. Came into bank, and I'm pretty sure I said before the game started, we're taking them to the bank, we're cashing checks and cracking necks.
Yep,
so
that's right.
That's what we went on.
That's perfect.
Nice.
I'm really happy. This match actually went to the third map, because I think for everyone it was really, really exciting map. Not of course for you guys, but also for everyone watching. That he went to the third map, went to 8-7 on a map that is not even in the map pool anymore, which is also where he's like struggling on playing on a map like Coastline, as you're not like scrimming the map anymore, as it's not not common anymore to play the map.
We've literally not ever scrimmed that map as a roster, so we were walking, as you could probably see on our tags, we were clueless.
Yeah, we were just kind of picking what we wanted to play. Like, I played a bit of Dokkaebi for a while. People were switching onto Iana. They usually play Hard Breach. Like, it was just a bit of a mess around. But we found the right comp eventually, and it worked in the end.
That's great. And now you're going against Titanium Esports probably next week. In the grand final, you have lost against Titanium Esports pretty heavily, 7-2 and 7-0 on Bank HLA.
Yeah.
But you said you're really confident, which is the most important part as a team, to have the confidence in the team. You say your confidence to win the grand final, your confidence to take the crown. what
Yeah,
do you
definitely.
want to say to your enemies right now? They're watching. Probably, I think I've seen a player in the chat. Watching. What do you want to say to the Titanium Esports?
Good luck, have fun.
This is the best part. All right then, Asbo, Milan, thank you very much. Congratulations to qualifying for the grand final, and we'll probably see you next week.
Thank you very much,
Thank
brother.
you.
Thank you. All right, Puffer.
Alright. I mean, we're still live, correct?
We're still live.
So let's take this time, and if anyone in the chat likes to, broadcast, produce, any type of stuff, even cast like me and our lovely Ray, and here joined by him, there is a Discord we have, so you can join down in the description. And maybe you can even trial and ask to be put on the same set if you're into that. Of course, maybe you're not into comp, but maybe to playing comp, but maybe you're a bit more into actually watching it, spectating it, observing it, all that type of stuff. So yeah, just give it a shot. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, we can take this opportunity to end things basically. I want to thank everyone in the production team, in the administration team, or also the players that are playing or that have played today, that have played in the past few weeks. It was very stressful. We had some issues in the past few weeks, but we are happy that we we have fixed those issues. We tried to make it as good as possible and as fair as possible for every team, and we're happy that we're here right now. We're happy that the causes have fun. We're happy that everyone in the league has fun, and as Puffer just said, you can just join us if you want to. You can be part of the production team. You can be part of the administration team in the league. !Mark Discord if you want to. And yeah, this is also the last stream for the normal playoffs, I would say. Now we're heading into the big grand final, which in both divisions, obviously we have in the major division Ignite Esports going up against Eclipse Italia, and now in the minor, as you probably already are aware of, we have Titanium Esports Legacy against Emrys Esports in the minor. So 2 big grand finals coming for you next week, probably on the 7th and 8th. If you want to be informed about when exactly this match is going to be down, join our Discord. And again, thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Puffer, for sitting with me, sitting with Cookie also in this voice channel for now. It has been 3.5 hours that we have went through. The stream is also going for 3.5 hours, and I think for the grand final we'll have to take a lot more time for this. Congratulations also to Nomad, of course. They have placed 3rd in the league, and also congratulations on Team Guardians Alpha in the major division, who has also placed 3rd in the league. So we have our 3rd place, but we don't have our finalists, and that's what we're all here for. We all want to know who takes the crown. So, Puffer, you have been doing amazing. Yeah, have been doing amazing so far. And you have the last word for the stream today, for the last stream for the normal playoffs.
Well, it's been amazing to cast it. It's been fun, and it's going to continue one last time. I do believe it's going to be an absolutely amazing match from what I see. Both of these teams are absolutely amazing. They can play well, they can communicate, and that's what we love to see. We're going to be probably seeing a lot of absolutely astonishing gameplay, and I'm looking forward to it very much. But that's going to be it from me today.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Can't deny it touches diamonds, and you're probably the reason that I'm so messed up too. I can't stop it, it's ugly but honest. Got me tripping for the way you say my name, say my name, say my name. Could count the ways you drive me so insane, but when you call I still fall back into your game. Can still be right. People wanna tell me all the time that someday my prince will come, but if this ain't love, then I don't want it. is missing. And I try to know better, to know it's worse. I swear I'm cursed, cause I know you're bad for me, but it makes no difference. No, no, I can't stop it, it's ugly, but honest. Got me tripping for the way you say my name, say my name, say my name. Wrong can still be right. People wanna tell me all the